I did the wrong thing. Okay, I'm gonna get this right because Jenny has no idea what she's doing. There we go.
Are you tired of those boring, predictable gifts? Every holiday season, it's the same old thing. A pair of socks, that terrible holiday sweater, or how about that fruitcake? Oh, if I get another fruitcake, I'm gonna tear into someone's esophagus. Anyways, why not try something bold this holiday season? And nothing screams festive like a zombie Santa with your coffee. Bold, robust, delicious. Deadly Grounds Coffee. It's coffee to die for and zombie approved. Why not get a little deadly this holiday season?
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the mic.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yay!
Hi, welcome to Padded Sill, where we have a whole bunch of people who are tired of Christmas and just really don't want to do it.
Indeed. About Christmas. Just want that to be on record somewhere.
I'm doing it just because I have kids.
Me too. That is why I have a
do
whole
too,
stack
but
of things hid.
There we go. I have kids, but they're,
I actually have the creepiest thing right now. No kidding. My 16-year-old just came down to the basement. He's got a Nerf gun. He's pointing it at me.
Shoot him.
And I don't have anything to shoot him.
No, he should shoot you. I keep forgetting he can't hear me, but he should shoot you.
He can't hear you, thank goodness. I don't think. Do you have any darts in there?
Like actual
No.
pointy darts? That would be
You
good.
never aim a gun at someone unless you're going to shoot it, man. That goes true with Nerf, too. That's just a tease.
No, he's tempting me to throw something at him.
Oh, well, you got anything to throw?
And the thing is, we're in a podcast, and here he is off to the corner, just absolutely. Yeah, I looked down and I said, "Hey."
That's what kids are for.
I can't take him seriously. I mean, here.
Can't take him
something
seriously.
for you.
You can't take him anywhere.
Now he just took off because I found a roll of tape.
Hell yeah.
That's the goal.
He knows what's up.
Oh, welcome to Christmas break, right?
Yeah. Happy Christmas Eve.
It is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And I got to go pick up a whole bunch of cookies tomorrow.
Nice.
Like 6 dozen cookies.
I got to write a paper for school tomorrow and then do nothing.
I gotta
What kind of paper you got to write?
The class I'm in right now is about coaching and editing. It's another one of the teaching classes that I do, like that I'm in, because I'm getting my teaching certificate along with my master's degree. So I have to do. It's only like a 2-page paper. It'll take me like 20 minutes. It's about my personal philosophy in editing and like how I approach like doing critique for people and stuff like that. Super easy.
So luckily, so far, he's not looked at me. Said, "Jenny, this was total bullshit. Do it again." So I'm happy.
For what?
Anything I've sent you that I've written.
Oh, that okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, my brain, the brain fog. I've been so sick, dude, and the pain. Like the brain fog is just like overtaken me lately. Yeah, no, I've never received anything from you that was bad ever. And I would tell you because I'm that kind of person that doesn't have that thing in my brain that tells me not to just brain up honesty.
I just want to point out. I think that we have the best disclaimer on the warning of anything that we do here.
Oh yeah.
is for 18 and older, and all I could think of was when it said nudity. I'm like, has that scale tipped?
No, not.
Well,
not
you
not
see,
aware of.
some nights after about the hour mark, my pants go off.
Yeah.
Very
Well, ironically, we'll never know.
Hey, you couldn't see anything anyway.
I start without the pants, so that you know.
We were supposed to wear pants to this. No one told me.
The
But
pants.
then again,
That's all I
Then
could think
again,
of.
women
It's
are
a
allowed to wear
thong.
dresses.
I gotta turn my cam
Men
off for
are
a second. 'Cause
too.
I just realized there's a big smudge on it. It's pissing me off. But I'll leave
Okay, you do
on
that
voice
thing.
for a minute. But I'm here on voice still. I just gotta clean this.
Yay!
thing.
Now we gotta circle that
I
blank.
missed you, gentlemen. I love you, gentlemen.
Did you miss
The
me?
husband says hi.
Hi, husband.
I didn't know you didn't know that my
Oh,
my
that's worse.
husband's name.
That's worse.
So
What? Now it just looked like a bug splatter, like you're going down the road. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny.
I didn't say I was gonna put work into cleaning it. I just said I needed to clean it. But apparently, I do need to put work into it. That's what happens when I don't
Yes.
podcast for a while, man. Cats jump all over stuff. Things get messed up.
exactly.
I was trying to figure out why my board wouldn't work earlier, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they hit buttons."
Oh yeah,
There we go. Oh, that's much. That's better than it.
that
than it
is
was.
awesome. I'm still learning how to do those.
Oh, do you want it? I can send it to you.
Like
There you
I'm
go.
learning.
Now you can have it for yourself.
Oh, good. But that means I gotta learn how to do that.
Okay, so you download it to your computer from Facebook Messenger. Then you
Okay.
go at the bottom where settings are at the. Do you see settings at the bar at the bottom?
Yes.
You click it open, and in the tree to the right, the drop down menu, you'll see virtual background. You click
Ooh.
that, and if you scroll down, you'll see a plus sign.
Yeah.
And you hit the plus sign, and you make sure when you go in, you get the picture you just downloaded. If you want that, or you can go pick any picture you want on your computer. Just please make sure it's appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the Shining Hotel right now. Like, I wish if I moved, you'd see the twins at the end of the hall, but I don't have that one. So eventually,
That would be good.
I'm impressed.
I have a Hell's Dungeon one too. I need to put it back up on here.
Yes.
I made a bunch of them at one point in time. I just keep forgetting to like move them over. I'll get to it
I will
eventually.
play that sometime, just not right now.
Okay.
I know in Zoom I start doing that whole system and start learning that, and
This is easier than Zoom. I like Zoom sometimes for certain things, but this one's definitely easier.
I like this. I get to talk to people.
Well, you should come in
I
ours
just
sometime. It's very interesting. Our Zoom meetings, it goes from talking about haunts and how we were scaring to what kind of bologna we were eating and we prefer.
I missed like the last two or so,
Smoke
man.
would be good.
It's okay. It's okay.
The hard part for me is it's Mondays, and I always have a show on Monday at 9.
I would love to push that off on a different day.
I think Monday's easier for everybody though.
I could possibly push you on a Wednesday.
I have no shows Wednesdays. If you ever move it to a Wednesday, let me know. But I'm going to try to come to the next one for at least an hour. Last couple, man. I've
Yeah.
been so sick. I haven't even done the shows that I would normally be doing those Mondays either. Like one of them I
Right.
did, and the other one I just called off the show completely because I couldn't breathe.
Right.
I haven't done
That's
shows with anybody
understandable.
in like a week and a
By
half.
the
or
way,
something.
I love this padded cell owl. It looks like he just wants to give everybody a bear hug.
Yes.
Wait,
You know who also wants to give everybody a big bear hug?
who?
Halloween bear. Halloween
Hi,
bear.
Halloween bear.
Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop, the Halloween bear. Oh, I'll give you a big bear hug and swallow your soul.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
can't have my soul. It's already been
This is-
taken.
This is my stocking that
That's adorable.
gets filled. It gets refilled every year. Yeah. It's down here in the basement because, the one kid can't get to it.
My stocking's upstairs, but it's the one that Jenny sent me, the Batman, the animated series one you made.
Yes, I found actual 1995 Batman
you know-
fabric from the show he said he liked,
Oh
and
yeah,
made it by hand and sent it to him because he said he wanted a stocking.
they were all getting stockings. I'm like, I've got a stocking. They're like, no, you don't. I pulled it out of my filing cabinet. I was like, yes, I do. And they're like, well, holy shit, you do have a stocking.
Jenny made sure you
Yes.
had a stocking. I love
Hey,
you.
Christmas, but I got a
Did you-
stocking, so fuck you.
You saw the. I still love that picture of Sophia's reaction to Lincoln. That was the best
was
reaction
awesome.
ever. She saw it and she hugged it, and then she did happy dances.
Every time I'm getting ready to do the thing we're gonna do, where I do the reading and stuff, I start getting sick again, and I can't. I have times where I can't read, like, and I can do like, I mean, I can do a show today. It's not as bad, but like to read continuously, like I couldn't do that, or a campfire right now. It's so tough. It sucks.
So I want to bring up a topic, and if you guys want to talk about it with me, that's perfectly fine.
Nope.
Let's talk about mall Santas.
Okay. What do we want to talk
And-
about them? And did anybody see that special that they had about mall Santas with
No.
the wrestler that was going around interviewing them?
No.
Which wrestler?
The one
Is he in a movie?
he I don't know, but I know I've
Ooh,
seen him a
those-
lot. He keeps changing in his appearance. He's big and he has long brown black
Okay.
hair and a beard.
Mick Foley.
Congratulations,
Hey,
that's
this
half
is
of the
a groupie.
wrestlers.
Mick Foley, aka Dude Love, Mankind, Cactus Jack.
Yeah,
that's
that
all
him.
Mick Foley.
I have seen that. That's an old special.
Yeah, Mick Foley. Yeah, but the fact that he made a mall Santa thing, and I did not realize how many mall Santas were gay. And I'm like, holy cow, that is amazing.
Yeah. Also, he did. He's done a Christmas like picture book for kids. Like Foley's he's my favorite wrestler of all time. Like he was definitely my idol when I was a wrestler too. And he his favorite thing is
Mr.
Christmas.
Sacco.
Yep, Sacco.
Yes.
Mr. Sacco.
What did you actually want to talk about on this subject? Because I have things.
They're Santas at the mall. Next subject. I'm joking.
It's like Rad. He's like, I like to give people random subjects like suicide,
No.
and then he just throws something
just-
at me, and I had a whole speech.
Oh, I'm sorry. We cannot talk. We can kick that off to the side. As,
No,
Then
no,
let's
no,
talk
no,
about
no, no.
mall
got-
Santas. I
she's
don't
talking
know
about
what
a
you wanted
previous
to talk
episode.
about mall.
Yeah. What about
Well,
Mall Santas?
I just pulled up a picture, and it says some of the creepiest things is the evolution of the mall Santa. Have you guys ever seen how the mall Santas have developed?
No.
And I'm like,
No.
you're right. Some of these photos are just terrifying. It's kind of like the Easter Bunny. Why would you have them sit with these people? One looks like a stoner. I mean,
Hey, what's wrong with sitting with
no,
stoners?
not like that. But you know what I mean. One
No, I
just
don't
looks
know
like,
what you mean.
One just looks at me like I'm
Dude,
just
how the
getting
hell else is he
paid
supposed
be
to get through the
here.
day of like 12 hours with like 50,000 kids screaming and yanking his beard? I'd be high too.
Yeah, that would be kind of hard, and I hope you don't mind. I just
It's-
had you like the stream, Raz.
That's fine. It's like get high or assassinate children. I mean,
Well, I believe it. I don't care, and there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get high around little kids or be high in front of like young kids. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That's not something that I would do. But still, like I get,
And then
I get where they're
there
coming
was a-
from. If they need to smoke a little bit before.
But there was a picture of one. His hair was like sloped off to the side, and I was like, "What are you trying to do with that look there, buddy?"
It's emo Santa.
And then there was just one that looked like he was just angry at the world, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Angry Santa.
know,
you know.
I personally know a lot of people that do play Santa, and they take great joy in it, and they will not do mall just because people that go to the mall are like, oh, fast track, get in there, get out, it's done.
Yeah,
Oh no,
plus-
no.
Mall kids will pee on you, man.
Dude, any child will pee on you. I had
Yeah, but the mall kids, man, it's like the Wild West for like Christmas at the mall, man.
I had a 92-year-old woman that she was at a assisted living that wanted to go see Santa, and she looked at me and she goes, I am so sorry. I am now on your naughty list. I said, oh, yeah? And she goes, I need to go get changed. And the nurse is like, I'm coming to help you. Oh, yes. And she goes, I'm so sorry. I was like, I got a dry queen bill. It's okay. It happens. We understand.
James, you ever
Now,
played Santa before?
Yes, I was in 6th grade, and our Christmas program had me dress as Santa Claus. The whole premise was he was Santa Claus was too fat. He had to lose some weight, so they check him into a weight loss center.
The fuck? That is epic. I think
So there I am, 12 years old, already kind of rotund. So
great for self-esteem around Christmas, though, right?
no
it was
kidding.
the 80s. So
Yeah,
what can I say?
Wow, I just disappeared.
you did. I think
So,
I played Santa
Jenny,
once as an adult, and for like a kids thing for like some friends of mine at their Christmas party, and then in school a couple times because man, you'd be surprised how many hot chicks just want to sit on your lap when you dress up as Santa. Like you know what I mean? And it wasn't my idea. I was just sitting there going, "Oh, sit in my lap." Just they would just show up and just do that. And I'm like,
Are we
okay.
talking about high schoolers or college?
We're talking like I figured this out in junior high, man.
Okay.
But middle school, actually, I was 5th grade when I.
So it's not like you were an adult and going to the high school.
No.
Now you have to be
I
on the list?
I was a child.
Okay.
Just, I mean, good thing to clear up, though. Good thing to clear up.
Yeah.
so I shared a story with you, Jenny, when you were doing a different podcast.
Uh-huh.
Did you get to share that with them?
I shared it. I did not get to put it live, but I did share it in the comments. But if
Okay.
you will please tell the story now, that would be
I
awesome.
will,
This incarnate.
So what had happened was sitting there, nice community. They asked me, I said, yeah. They asked me why I charge. I said, I don't. Because, sometimes you just need a little happiness going through you. No problem. So we're going through, and
Going through,
this little girl, she comes up to me and she goes, hi. I said, you been good this year? And she goes, yes. I said, are you sure? And she goes, mm-hmm. And I said, well, I think there's a few things that you could work on. And she goes, it was me. It was me. I lit the carpet on fire and I blamed you on my brother. And I'm like,
wait, hold up.
Oh.
This is turning into a Geely sketch on Saturday Night Live, isn't it?
I felt like I was like, oh, and then all of a sudden I was like looking over and the boy goes and he hits the side of his mom. Boom. See, I told you I didn't light the carpet on fire and I got in trouble. Oh my gosh.
Oh, geez.
I was like, and she was stunned. The husband, he like walks over, he goes, so what'd I miss?
I just said, well,
husband,
here's what you missed. Your daughter's getting a fire extinguisher for Christmas.
So I looked at her, I said, I think you need to go talk to mom and dad and tell them and get it straightened out. And she goes, okay. And she takes off. The brother goes, so I've been pretty good. I was like, I'm not even asking. We're not touching it. Because if she did that, what did you do? And the dad goes and he heard what she said from the mom. And he goes, what? He looks over at me and goes, oh, yeah, just bring that up this time of year. I was like, oh, God. I feel bad. So I was like,
terrible Santa.
I was
You're
like,
bad Santa now.
okay.
I'm going to give you a wooden pickle.
So I
Sorry, I love that movie.
So after it was all said and done, one of the people that came up to me, he goes, so, you know how you said you didn't want to get paid? And I said, yeah. He goes, I got something for you. After hearing that child, I ran out. I went down the road, got it, right back. Here you go. He goes, here's a Wendy's gift card because, yeah, food is therapy, man. It's like,
I think that family needs the therapy, apparently.
I felt terrible. I was like, okay. And for years, everybody's like, man, you do a great job being Santa, this and that. And then all of a sudden, one year, they're just like, we're going a different direction. I said, oh, yeah. And they said, yeah. And then they're like, wait, you're growing your beard out? I said, yeah. Are you gonna? I said, I don't dye it because if you look, I'm already turning grays and whites, and it just, I don't want that. I mean, I'm jealous of yours. Look at you. Yeah.
He's got the awesome.
He's like,
beard.
I'm the man.
Hold on.
Josh's hair, a lot of his is white, and he's had gray hair since like 7th grade.
Oh yeah.
So
All my gray hair is here. I don't have any of my on my head yet for some weird reason. I wish I did.
So I feel like we should change your name from Uncle to Santa.
Chris
okay,
Kringle.
I had to tell my 9-year-old it's special tinsel you get because my 9-year-old already has gray hairs.
So Jenny, have you ever dressed up as Santa?
Yes.
Tell us about
What? I could. Okay, let's hear this. Not Mrs. Claus, the actual big man.
Yeah. The
Okay.
thing is, people keep on telling me I'd make a great football player and keep calling me sir. So they just handed me the outfit and I just walked around and tried to get as deep as possible. But I have this high squeaky voice, it sounds like to me, so that didn't go well. But everybody just smiled and took the candy canes and was happy.
the miniature peppermint stripper bowls.
See, I'm trying to balance my portable lap desk while I'm doing this because I was in the middle of finishing up and doing the editing on the Haunted Christmas special on Necroshock Radio.
Nice.
So
Oh,
it's a bit artistic with the graphics, but I now need to do the downloading. But I saw this and I thought, okay, I'll just sit in, maybe talk when I can, that kind of thing.
yeah, that worked.
Oh, good.
So
So the reason why I asked you is I actually know plenty of females that have dressed as Santa Claus, and I think it's easy this time of year to forget that although the character of Santa Claus, is typically male, that really doesn't mean shit. That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Anybody can be Santa.
I've always told everybody, and when my son was getting at the age where he's like, okay, I was told this and I was told that, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, if you want to believe, I'm going to let you believe. I have no problem with that because it is a spirit more than it is the human.
Mhm.
And he goes, okay. So he's actually starting to do stuff with me when I go out. And it's great. It's great.
The thing for me is I believe in everything. Like for me, everything is real. Santa, Easter Bunny, every religion, every deity, everything is real to me. Yes. I choose to live in a world where there are endless possibilities. Have I always seen every one of these things? Do I have experiences?
Nope.
No, not necessarily, but that doesn't make them less real because even if I've not seen them, someone has, or they're even more real to someone than they are to me. So I look at it as like it's the spirit of things, like whether it's Christmas or whatever, that's kind of how it is. And that actually kind of came from when I was young and finding out that Santa was my parents for sure. And I figured this out at like 5 or 6. I was really, really, really young when I figured it out. And I was told that I couldn't tell my brother and my sister. And it was explained to me, the whole spirit of Christmas is, you get a gift from Santa. So that's because, you've done well. It's sort of like the collective, like do-gooding, sort of inspiring type of thing. And kids enjoy that. Kids, it gives kids and people that don't know yet, a reason to feel magical this time of year. And now you're part of the magic by not telling anyone about it. And if we need help with something, now we know we can ask you.
Right. And I know someone that's in that whole situation where her family says that everybody is Santa. If you give something, you are Santa. Just because that is what you do. It doesn't have to be that guy in the red coat. It doesn't have to be this and that. Because if you really put thought into it, it is absolutely about trying to do the most good with the time you have.
I envision now that at some point in time, someone's watching this live right now, or they'll watch it later and they're like, "Oh my God, Santa's not real."
Well, that's why
In
we have
case
a
you didn't know, we should
disclaimer.
have put up we should have put up an actual spoiler alert on that one.
Well, I
Sorry, I'm being ridiculous.
we do. It's called, possible nudity.
Hey. I've met adults that legitimately believe that Santa is real, and I mean, I've never ruined it for anybody in my life. I guess except
No.
for now.
No,
But
no,
if
no.
someone happens across, I mean, sorry, not sorry. I guess. But I'm not trying to be. I don't like Christmas. But I don't
Let's
wanna ruin it for
rewind
people.
it. Hey, if you're not Santa knower, leave the room.
Yeah, a little late, buddy. A little
It
late.
doesn't work that way, right?
No.
But no, it just
There's no rewind button for time in life.
no. There's not. No, there's not. And the thing is, perhaps they're seeing it and they're like, "What?" And then they're like listening to it and go, "So I gave something to someone, so I'm a Santa
Yeah.
too."
So we taught them a lesson. We ruined it for them, but we taught them a lesson.
Dude, I'm
So
just like,
do you think they're curving towards therapy, or are they, you know?
oh, everybody already needs therapy. Exactly.
The more you know.
It was there.
Imagination.
I'm just loving the weird
favorite South Park
conversations around it. And
You know-
I'm just
This is
I
not
love
the
the
topic
idea
you
to
were
hear
believing,
it.
but
Yeah, that reminds me though. Like you said, imagination the correct way. So like we've had these runs of South Park that have made games. You know, we've had the whole Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, etc. You know, medieval game. We had the superhero one, but we have yet to actually get an Imagination Land game, and that hurts my heart. And the new game that comes out this year, they're only selling it for like $35. Like the pre-order is cheap as fuck. But it's an action RPG this time instead of the turn-based, and it looks called Snow Day. I'm excited. I'm gonna play it, and it's multiplayer.
Jaden has been talking about Fractured Butthole.
That's a
for
great game.
So long, and I'm like, okay,
Tweet-
dude, we can stop talking about Fractured Butthole. But
Dude,
I
no,
know how he
never stop talking about it. We just went back and played it again and finished beating it like 3 weeks ago again because we realized the only thing we hadn't done is beat it on the hardest difficulty yet. So we went through the whole game again, and now I have 100% completed all the trophies.
Fractured.
And here I am
Butthole.
playing
Fractured
Luigi's
Butthole.
Mansion.
Explain.
I'm fractured, but whole, not butthole, but
Oh,
it's spelled that way. It's
so there are
South
no
Park,
actual
so it's-
buttholes involved.
Well, I mean, it's South Park, so there's definitely buttholes somewhere.
No, that's
I
that
am disappointed.
And the whole game
that sounds
is
like an
about
ICP
a
thing.
physically fractured butthole, but like the way they spell it is BUT,
Right.
WHOLE. But there is a story about a fractured actual butthole in the game.
Actual fractured butthole.
Yeah, because he's got to travel through time. He does all this stuff with his fart powers, just like in the first game, but only now he can time travel with his ass. So it's a whole thing, man.
I like it the best when
Morgan Freeman's in the game too.
There.
He runs Freeman Tacos. He runs a taco shop.
wow.
I like when Carmen came out in an episode. It's like one of the first seasons, and Eric's like bending over. He's like, "Guys, look," and they're like, "No, we're not looking. We're not believing you." And he's like, "There's something out of my butthole," and there's this giant satellite dish that is
50-foot satellite
talking,
dish.
trying to talk to the aliens.
That is actually the first episode they actually aired. It's called Visitors.
Yep.
They call the aliens visitors.
Yep.
That was the first episode ever.
I did not have a 50-foot satellite dish coming out of my ass.
Well, I like to sing it about the moon and the June and the spring.
Yeah, I'm caught up. I think I'm like a season and a half behind right now, and I haven't seen the newest special. But I love South Park. I got to sit down and catch up again this week. I've been watching that since the year it came out. My mom actually saw it first and was like, "Holy shit, he's gonna love this." So she taped it, and the first 3 or 4 seasons I would sit and watch with my mom, and my buddy Lucky would come over. And then even when she stopped watching it with me, and I was torn with the band and everything, I'd come back. and me and Lucky would still like get together like somehow and watch it together, or if we were apart, we would still watch it and just get on the phone and talk to each other while the episode was on. It's our
Your
thing for years,
mom
man.
had possibly the completely opposite reaction that most parents have.
Oh yeah, she did. I mean, she's the one that got me into horror. She got me into Beavis and Butthead originally because she thought it was hilarious. I mean,
You
my
know,
mom was pretty cool back then.
Nice.
South Park was one of the firsts that just absolutely thought that their fan base would understand a joke, and their whole fan base wanted to destroy them when they did not give the second part to who Eric Carmen's father was.
Oh yeah, because they trolled everybody, and they did that stupid special, Not Without My Anus, actually, from Terrence and Phillip, and then
Right.
they went on break. Then they legit went on the programming break, and it was like months later you finally come back, and then you find out that Carmen's father
His
is
mom
his
is.
mother. Yeah,
Yeah. And
Who's
it
my
was
mom? I don't give a shit.
it was terrible because they were writing in, they were sending messages, they were doing everything. They got so much hate mail out of that, and they said, "This is great. We have all these people actually watching this to the point that they're threatening us because
Oh,
we
it's
didn't
epic,
do it."
man. Because all they were doing was ripping off Who Shot Mr. Burns. Like that was the whole
Right.
point of the episode, was do like the who did this, the cliffhanger. That's why they kept repeating it. But
Which
they've been into a lot of trouble over the years.
itself was a takeoff of Who Shot JR.
JR, yeah. Dallas, right?
Right.
Right. Is it weird that
Right.
I'm old enough to remember the JR reference?
I remember the JR reference. I'm younger than you, and I
Is-
remember it. But my mom was a big fan of Dallas, so that's the only reason I probably honestly
Yeah.
remember it. So I watched it with her back in the day.
I remember watching Emergency with Mom and Dad. Engine 51, Engine 51. And hearing the tones. Did you know that you can actually get those tones on your fire pager?
That's epic.
No kidding. In our one department around here, you can set your tone that way when it goes off the actual tones. This, instead of going beep 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 beep, it will actually play that tone sound.
Nice. I remember a lot of
It's
the
very interesting because I heard that. I was like looking over at him like, Engine 51, and he goes, "We're going out."
C-51. Now it reminds me of Car 54. Where are you? That was another one I. Yep. My dad loved that one. That was when I'd watch with him. I'm sorry, when Nick at Night first became a thing. Like my mom and dad got really excited, like that, Patty Duke, all that stuff. Like, so we would sit and watch. Like, I would watch all the old stuff with them. They'd remember all kinds of other crap, and they'd find VHSs and stuff and make me watch that.
So
The thing
I
they got me hooked
remember
on the most,
watching.
though. Go ahead.
I remember watching Nick Jr., then later on watching Nick, and then Nick at Night.
Nick Jr.
And first thing that would come on was the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yep, Dick Van Dyke. But do you remember Nickelodeon Special on Sundays, where they would have programming from like different countries?
I remember very little on that.
One of the greatest things they ever did, and this was this was taken over from something big that later ended up becoming Power Rangers. It was called the Dynamen. The first time any of that kind of stuff had ever been seen in America was on Nickelodeon Special with the Dynamen. And I hunted this thing down. It took me like years to find this thing and remember the name of it and figure it out. And when I finally found it, I showed it to Matt, my boy Matt, and he got obsessed with it because he's a huge Power Ranger fan. So I kind of got to share that with him. It was super cool, man.
That rocks.
So I want to point out Friday, how was that thought process there?
Which thought process? I've had 25 billion in the last 2 minutes.
Well, we were talking about something, and you're like, "Yeah, I have a topic. Where's your topic at?
Oh,
Did it fit in yet?"
Oh no, she was talking about something that happened in another show. The suicide thing. That was a whole
I
other
was
show.
telling that Raz had we will talk about stuff, and in other shows, Raz had was talking about one thing, and then it'll hand off part of that topic to one of us,
I do it all the time.
and
Well, one time I did it really
sometimes-
badly. I did it
that-
really bad to
one
Dell.
with
The suicide
Dell
one
the
was.
worst. And then
So-
he hands the one over about the the composting to me. Yes, Uncle Necro.
Yeah.
So just wanted to interject here. It's now up. My Christmas gift to everybody. I put it on the Owlite Army chat, Facebook chat.
Can we put it up on the ticker here? I never messed with the ticker, but I know we have a ticker.
There's a ticker.
Yeah, we have a ticker.
Unfortunately,
Give me
I
a
cannot
second. I
do
just
that
need to
on my computer.
figure out how. I'll get it. Give me a second.
Okay.
I have to
There's
get
a Owlite group.
We have allied everything, man.
Oh yeah.
it. Yeah.
We have.
Are you not?
We even
not
have allied
Pile
product.
in it?
We have the Owlite paddleboard.
We have an Owlite tabletop banner for conventions that's coming in January.
Owlite flamethrower. That's my favorite.
Owlite toilet paper.
Do we? And how do I get that?
There we go.
You have to be very, very, very good.
Well,
With
Right.
judgment or
I think we need to get him an Owlite fire extinguisher based on that Santa story.
Merchandising.
so my
Okay,
car's
we
actually
want
got
to-
3 fire extinguishers in it, Raz.
Nice. So I think of all the things like my parents got me into that I still like interact with consistently has got to be Doctor Who. I remember the first one I saw happened to like sit down and watch with them
I do
was
too.
oh my god, and I know his name, but my brain is so dead right now. Tom has the scarf. I know his name is Tom.
Tom Baker.
Thank you. One of the Bakers, not Colin, but Tom. He was the first Doctor that I ever saw, and it took a long time. I went back and watched episodes before then, and of course, everything since then I've seen. But like, it took me forever to like someone more than I like Tom, and it was Tenet for sure for me. And I was so excited when he just came back to do those 4 episodes for Disney, because Disney now like has like 50% of Doctor Who. Like they help with the production and everything, and I noticed like the production quality is insanely huge for those Christmas specials on Disney Plus. Like they're insanely like it's fucking amazing. And I was waiting for them all to come out before I started. So the other day I finally got to watch the first 2. Fucking in love with them, man.
I
Tenet
didn't even
and
know
Donna
Doctor
together.
Who was on Disney Plus.
It just happened a couple months. Well, like 6 months ago, they announced this thing where they were going to be doing content with BBC, like a joint venture. So for Doctor Who. So starting with the specials of those, and then going forward are going to be on Disney. And then once the BBC contract with Max ends this year, all of those are going to Disney as well. All the old episodes.
So there is a song I found on TikTok, and it's like a list of a list of bands that had a one-hit wonder, and this one is by a band called the KLF. I have no idea.
KLF.
Okay,
3
well,
a.m. Eternal. Come on.
Solid State Lock-In 1 is a song that they did, and it was a number 1. It was on the charts. It did a great job. It was amazing. Everybody loved it. And it's just a song just going, Doctor Who, hey, Doctor Who, hey. That it repeats it, and I'm just like,
It doctoring the TARDIS is also known as.
and right now over in the UK, one of the top songs that's beating All I Want for Christmas is the Troll song, or is it the Gremlin song?
Probably the Gremlin song.
The Gremlin song by that's Doctor Who Christmas special or something. And it was just like, I can't believe this. I guess I am so dumbfounded with this.
Okay. Back
Goblin Story.
Oh, okay.
Go to YouTube and type in Christmas with a Dalek.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is totally not what a Dalek would actually do.
Nope, not at all.
You wouldn't be asking for more pudding.
Nope.
Oh, no.
You would be
No, he
exterminating.
would be like, destroy everything.
He'd
Yeah.
be disgusted that you would want something so human, and then he would destroy you.
Or say,
Well,
I love you for that matter.
Yeah.
That's
I have
disconcerting.
when Build-A-Bear started the first time they did the limited edition Doctor Who stuff, I actually have the Build-A-Bear licensed Dalek. It doesn't look anything like a bear in a Dalek costume. It just straight up looks like a Dalek. Need to get it out of storage soon.
Ooh, I want one.
It's
So
awesome.
bad.
I didn't know if they make anymore. They
It
might.
would be amazing.
I didn't know they made them at all
I don't know.
until
I hope they
Michelle
look
got
up.
it for me forever ago. They're really cool though.
The Go-Go's?
The Go-Go's? I don't know. Okay,
Where you
I've
go going.
posted the link to your thingy in my group, on the Owlite page, on the Raz page, on the My page.
I see that.
So,
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
Wow.
That
And
one
then I
doesn't
have
work on
it
the ticker
around the
so well
thing.
because it's really long.
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. I
But-
tried. It sucked. But it's a
But that's okay. The actual link is
clickable
up
link
though.
in the comment.
Usually have a few new ones every year because everybody wants to make a Christmas song. But this is a bit different than your standard fare that you hear in like Walmart,
Yeah.
grocery stores, that kind of thing. Obviously, there's some punk, there's some death metal, there's some black metal, there's some doom metal, there's Twisted Sister.
Hell yeah.
So
I tend to listen to the HP Lovecraft Historical
is there-
Society Christmas albums this time of year.
Is there some brass in there? I
no,
mean, you got pretty much every metal, but I didn't hear brass.
Ooh,
It's
I have a
beginning to
better
look a lot
idea.
like Fishman. A better idea.
There we go. Also, Necro's Christmas music link in chat. There we go.
Nice.
That
There you
way
go.
it can be found.
You know what's a great Christmas song? It's ICP Santa Claus is a Fat Bitch, I believe is the title of that one. I'm serious. This is an actual song.
Wait. I got
I
one.
know.
I got one for
Eat
you.
it?
Okay? Clownvis. Clownvis. Yeah, you know who Clownvis is?
I don't know.
He's a guy that absolutely
Hi, beautiful.
has a Elvis wig on, and he's got clown makeup on.
Okay.
And the whole outfit is Elvis. And he talks like Elvis the whole time. Well,
Wait, remote.
he's got a song that's called Don't Be a Bitch or You Won't Get Stuff for Christmas.
I love it. That's so true.
Like, he is one of the people that go to ICP's gatherings every single year. And he'll be there. And he is one of the ceremonial guys.
Okay.
And it's funny. I actually have a picture of him and Grandma.
Nice.
And you know who Grandma is.
Brutal.
Yeah,
That is fucking.
I find that I'm sending that to you, Raz. You'll get a kick out of that. But he had that song, and I heard that the first time, and I was like, "That is hilarious." I'm downloading this, and I've played it so many times recently just because it's holiday season.
Oh yeah.
Another band that is there at the gathering is Steel Panther.
Yeah.
They have a song that's called the Stocking Song.
I've heard this one.
I'd love to see it too.
My wife sends me some of the best but worst music she can find, just to see if I can if she can get me to break.
Nice.
okay. Fun story involving the Necroshock Radio haunted Christmas specials. A few years ago, I always spell Christmas with an X because that is essentially, the Greek rendering of Christos.
So the holidays are better on ecstasy, so why not?
True, but my reasoning is more because of the Greek rendering.
I'll be right
And-
back.
And I like doing the alternate thing just to differentiate from the standard fare out there. And I posted it around after, and that was during the height of the people pushing back about the war on Christmas, so-called war on Christmas, being dicks about it. And
Yeah.
somebody just started started railing, "Oh, you took Christ out of Christmas. How dare you know?" And it took like a death metal vocalist from Oklahoma City jumping in, you know, uh, actually, what's the word I'm groping for? Uh, Basically having my back and just explaining the whole,
Yeah.
you know, before I could say anything. And I'm like, dude, just chill out. You know, I explained to him that this is the, you know, the Greek, this is what they did in the first century. They would spell it like that kind of thing. No, it's not. You're just taking Christ out of Christ. I'm like, fuck it. You know, that's when I realized this is a crazy person. There's no reasoning. Once you bought into the narrative, there is no facts or truth that you can actually show them to change their mind.
Yeah.
So,
I think there's definitely people on pretty much all sides of that particular debate for sure, man.
right.
Even
And
other religions, that you know, like all kinds of stuff.
Well, even as somebody who is, you know, my whole religious background, I don't see it happening. I think it's really more of a something that was drummed up just to, you know.
I'm angry that there's not enough Cthulhu in Christmas, personally.
True.
That's where my anger lies. I always wish people Merry Cthulhu Miss anyway.
Madness and
Reason-
insanity.
Really fun.
Madness and
That's my
insanity
life.
for all.
Yes, Virginia, there is a great Cthulhu.
Jaden always wishes everybody a happy Chrysler. He goes up here, he goes, "Happy Chrysler to all." Oh, I see an energy sword. I missed that coming out. Hello.
Wow. Squirrel.
It's been here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that
Oh,
was a scroll moment, wasn't it?
Energy sword.
Woo!
So we don't get sued by Disney or
Where's
Oh, you want to see the
Star
playlist?
oh, hey.
I mean, hi.
Hey,
Oh,
baby.
that is epic.
I had one of those made out of actual metal. And I got rid of it.
Well, after he
So
killed
I
the
have
fourth
the
person, you know, it's good to get rid of the evidence. That's
That
so neat,
came
man.
with the set.
Nice.
I didn't have children and I had my own paycheck, so I did stupid and I didn't want to get rid of it.
Don't blame you.
I
It's
wouldn't
pretty cool.
want to get rid of it either.
But you got rid of the metal one, sir.
So
But I gave it to a friend that
Okay,
has
that's
more
different.
love of Halo than I do.
what is
Raz,
the greatest
you got a couple pictures and a couple videos coming at you that you can watch.
what
later
is
on.
the best gift you ever received during Christmas as children?
Peace and fucking quiet. Even as a child. Well, actually, I don't know what my
Okey-dokey.
favorite gift was. I
I'm
don't know. I like
torn
peace and quiet
between
as a
that
kid.
pedal car,
Um,
either that pedal car or the that Barbie with the cookies.
Barbie with the cookies.
So, what was the
Yeah,
question
it-
again?
Your the best gift you ever received as a child during Christmas. For me,
Came
it
with-
was the Castle Grayskull set.
oh, yeah. I love my Castle.
Christmas of 1983. The year before, I got the He-Man and the Skeletor figures and the battle cards thing. And then that year, I got the Castle Grayskull with the Zodiac figure, Zodak, and the Evil Lynn figure.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
The action figures
So-
were the one things we got a lot as gifts because we had a Hills department store nearby. And if you don't, no one has a Hills. It was a super, super discounted store,
Yeah.
more so than Value City was actually back in the day. And you could
Yeah.
get a brand new like action figure for like $1.50. So we got that's one of the few things we actually got as kids was action figures and stuff. But my where my dad worked, there was a lot of families, and my dad would buy, you know, like we had the Castle Grayskull. You know, at one point in time, I got the Firehouse from Ghostbusters, but it was all secondhand. We'd get all these things like the big stuff like years after they came out. But I remember one year I literally got the year I got the Firehouse. I'd say the Ghostbusters Firehouse as a child would have been
Nice.
Number
Nice.
one.
See, Christmas of '83 was like the Christmas after my parents split up. I don't think the divorce was completely through yet, but this is the first time without my dad around.
Yeah.
So now, as an adult, my best gift that I ever got was a 6-pack of Mountain Dew, but from my sister. But each individual bottle was wrapped, and they were all put back in the plastic ring carrier thing,
Yeah.
and it was topped off with a Spider-Man tree ornament. So
That's epic, dude. Every year
that,
for
that
my
was
birthday,
that was
my
made
friend
for
Ani,
love.
Ani gets me a 6-pack of Mountain Dew bottles, a box of the Hamburger Helper kit, and a bag of lemon drop candy. That's what she gets me pretty much every for years,
Nice.
like 3 years now.
That's love, man.
But
So
what
I have
what is your favorite hamburger helper flavor?
Regular Hamburger Helper, cheeseburger, Hamburger Helper.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Okay.
I like a lot of them though. Like I'll eat. I won't eat the tuna helper because I'm not a tuna person, but I'll eat any of the versions of Hamburger Helper. I think they're all good.
I like the lasagna ones the best.
It's pretty good.
The problem with regular is for you it's the cheeseburger. For us it was like the potato stroganoff.
Oh,
That
that
is
one's
the one
super
thing they
good.
made like constantly. So
That one's super good too. And they have like the one that's like
unless
double
you've eaten
cheese and
it
like you can
like
put
4
bacon in
times a
it.
week
And
for 12 years.
dude, I still love it. I mean, I grew up with that shit, and it's still one of my favorite and most requested meals. Like everybody laughs at me. My wife would be like, "What do you want? Like, what's something special that you want to eat for your birthday or for this or for that?" I'm like, "You know what I'm gonna say?" She just hangs her head. She's like, "God damn Hamburger Helper! Can I make like a fancy?" Nope. Just get the fucking box and make me some Hamburger Helper. That's what I want.
One year, my sister asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said beans and weenies.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
I know where I'm going for my birthday this year. Brings back so many memories. Raz, you know, I'm pretty
Where?
sure you know what I'm going to say. If you haven't already heard me talk about it, I mean, I found 3 in the state of Ohio, so
Yep.
I know exactly where 2 are now.
Ponderosa. Is that what it was?
Ponderosa. I'm
Yeah,
going
man,
back to Columbus
I'm gonna
just
have
for
to go to-
Ponderosa.
I'm gonna have to go to that one too. I do miss some Ponderosa, man.
Dude, I will hijack you as I'm going through Dayton.
I'm down. You won't go through Dayton to get there.
Oh, I can.
You'll make it. I got you. You'll teleport
I'll
over
make
here.
it a
and then
point.
I'd go to Ponderosa.
We're going to take the creeper van, put free
Oh, yeah.
candy all the way down the road.
Hell yeah.
Back to that Christmas present question. I do have a great Christmas present that was given to me, and you got to get the time frame on this. And the time frame was everybody remembers Adam Sandler, Big Daddy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I was a teenager. My cousin was younger than me. He's probably like 7 years old, whatever. My uncle gave me one of the greatest presents of my entire life, and I talk about this every single time. And in fact, I talked to my cousin about this because he remembers the reaction too. I got a Mr. Bubble Butt.
Nice.
Anybody know what Mr. Bubble Butt is?
I do. Yeah.
It is a guy that looks like it's bent over. He's got a barrel on his right beside his butt. He's got a wand that dips down in it, and it makes fart noises as it brings it up, and air shoots out the butthole.
Yep.
So it's going and it's blowing bubbles. It is amazing. We're all enjoying it. I'm laughing my head off. And what does my cousin do? My uncle looks at him and goes, "I dare you to eat them." Comes up there and goes,
Fuck.
sticks his mouth up, and he's like getting, I mean, it is shooting straight into his mouth. And he's like, num, 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 num. He goes and starts running around. And then all of a sudden he stops, bends over. Here comes my aunt with newspaper. And she is throwing it down. We're losing it because we just got done watching Big Daddy. And my uncle goes, "Hey, no offense, but I'm pretty sure that you've watched too much of Big Daddy if you are doing that." So yeah, I mean, I always thought it was hilarious
Oh,
because that right there is gold to us.
that is epic, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I actually, if you didn't know what it was, Raz, I sent you a photo of it.
I know
It
exactly
is.
what it is. I'm a huge Adam
Oh,
Sandler fan. We share a birthday also. I actually got to meet him once.
really?
Super awesome guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Many,
You know, his wife actually was a fan that kept on just saying, I want to go out on a date, and everybody told him not to do it because you don't date fans, and fans are always crazy. And he goes, well, why not? I'm a crazy person. Let's see how this works out. And they got married.
Yep.
And they have some nice Jewish kids.
I believe his
Yay!
bulldog was his best man.
What's that?
I believe Adam Sandler's bulldog was his best man at that wedding. Yeah, Meatball.
Oh yeah, Meatball.
Yeah. But one year for Christmas, during Christmas, I believe I was 6. We were back in the farm. We just came back from Iceland. We were in the middle of getting ready to move to Central City, which is oddly enough not really in the center of Nebraska, but my father was in the Navy, so that's why we were in Iceland. But we're back on my grandparents' farm. Yeah, my grandparents' farm. My mom's parents, grandparents. That were on that farm, and my uncle John, who was only 10 years older than me, at the time I was 6. He takes the shotgun outside at night on Christmas Eve,
Like you do.
and shoots it off behind the barn. Comes back, tells me and my younger sister that Santa Claus just committed suicide, and he won't be coming around for Christmas. I have never seen my grandmother go after somebody with a cookie sheet before. This was one of those times.
That is epic.
He went running outside. She ran outside without a coat. It was great. Well, now it's
Grandma,
great.
no.
Oh, that's fucking epic.
Wow.
Yes.
You know,
I like
You
that.
okay there?
I think you broke him.
Okay.
who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little truth here. I had a friend that lived with one of my buddies, and he said that his best friend that lived with him was absolutely just joking around, this and that, and then they didn't notice he went outside, and he actually shot himself, and they all heard it. So when you're saying that, that played in my head, and I was like,
Yep.
yeah.
Actually, I didn't see it happen.
Well-
I lost my brother.
I feel like shit now.
No, don't. I mean, there's nothing that they could have done or anything like that, and you didn't have any idea, so don't feel that way. And look, there's a happy smiling face on that Friday.
Happy smiling face. I mean, that's a very real subject to broach. That I mean, we do talk about suicide from time to time on
Yeah.
the show. We have a suicide banner, I think, or we used to. We may not have that up right now, though. It's tough this time of year. This is a time of year where
is.
the suicide rate is up heavily.
Look.
And I just want to mention it's a big part of that is haunters. The suicide rate for haunters skyrockets, not just because haunt season is over, but
Yeah.
because haunt season is over and it's the holidays. It's a really tough time
Yeah.
for us, particularly. But like,
Just let me explain. I was just relaying a story that actually happened to me. I'm not trying to make light of this because
Oh,
I
we didn't
too
think you were.
struggle with
Oh
We
no,
didn't
no,
think
no, no,
depression.
No, I did not. No, I
Okay.
had
no,
no
a-
idea
absolute-
you were doing that when I
absolutely.
uploaded the picture. But big
Yeah,
hugs.
well.
I know that.
oh yeah, you're good. You're good, man. No one
No,
would ever
no,
think
no.
that, like
Um,
ever.
Usually
No-
people,
Especially
usually
no one that's
people
ever seen the
answer-
show.
usually people answer, I'm beginning to understand why you're like this. But,
Love you, Jess. Y'all gotta come visit
yeah.
soon. But yeah, I mean,
But-
it's definitely a tough time of year for that. I lost my brother. 11/3. It was it was before right before Thanksgiving. But then my dad, I lost him 6 days before Christmas when he passed. So like the holidays in general, between Thanksgiving to now, it's a tough time of year for everybody, man. And
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
tell
and-
ourselves,
and-
you know, the New Year is going to be different, and then we get to January 1st, and it's just the same shit from, you know, the last day of
Yeah.
December. Nothing actually changes.
Right, and the biggest thing is, I know I have been called 7 different times for 7 different people for me to go out and talk to people, because unfortunately here I kind of get called once in a while the guardian of the soul, and I'm the one that gets phone calls to come out and talk to the family. And you want to talk about a person that is not trained? I am not trained at all, but I have such an understanding of death, and people just want to hear me talk to them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you know. That's why I started the haunt chat that Raz knows about, just to give somebody a friend to talk to. I mean, it's their choice to use the friend, and I can't look at you over a computer and say, "Oh, you're perfectly fine."
Right.
Because, you know, we all know we have good days, we all know we have bad days. And I tell everybody, you have no right to speak in my behalf. So when you say no one cares about you, you are lying to yourself, and do not think that I would ever feel that it's okay.
Oh, definitely. It's a lot of people don't know this. We've talked about it a time or two, but originally, this very show started on a different network. Um, Literally after haunt season, it started to kind of keep up with people. That was the kind of concept of it. We had a lot of haunters, you know, that we hung out with on the old network. So like we did a show. It started off being for haunters. Then we include military. And then we realized, why are we only doing groups? Like this is literally it's for everybody. Everybody has trouble sometimes, and that's how Padded was born, pretty much. Just
Yeah, absolutely. There's not a single time that I could look at everybody and say, "Oh, you know, everything's going to be perfect and sunshine and rainbows," because we all know the perfect sunshine and rainbows doesn't exist. I mean, there's factors with everything,
Right.
and behind the terrible clouds, it takes a giant ray of sunshine to create the rainbow. We know this.
Right.
So
And
looking at somebody and saying everything's going to be fine is not what you want to hear. I do not let doctors look at my daughter and
no.
say, "Oh, you know what? It's not going to hurt." Nope. You're going to feel a
hurt.
prick. It's going to go into you, and you got to understand this is what we need to
Phrasing.
do.
Right. No.
It's participation ribbons is not the way to handle life.
Yeah, but
Not
I agree.
saying that you cannot be acknowledged for you actually showing up, and actually showing up to do something sometimes needs to be awarded. And I do know that, because
Oh yeah,
I know a lot of people that if they had their way, they wouldn't show up at all. So you know what?
Right.
Congratulations. Achievement unlocked. Maybe
Yep.
that needs to be said.
I
But
definitely have those days where I just,
yeah,
even wanting to get out of bed, like I fight with myself for a couple hours on some days. Just like, hey, these are the reasons why you're going to live today. Those are shit reasons, but you know what? That's what I got. And then I get up.
Yeah. I
That's
know
why we
from
started homeschooling.
from my own experience, I've been struggling with depression in some way, shape, or form since I was 9, and being involved with various youth groups over the decades, I always made it a point to be as open and transparent about my own struggles with the depression, the anxiety, and what I finally discovered actually has a name here. Let me bring it up here. Passive suicidal ideation.
Yeah.
Which basically means that you have thoughts about committing suicide, but you don't really have a plan to go through with it.
Yep.
Like
So
sometimes when you're driving down the road and you're thinking, what if I just turn into the semi that's coming on the other side?
that's actually something that I suffer from
So,
as well.
Yeah.
It's a daily thing. You know, I don't know if it's the writing part of me also that's like, hey, how could I do this today? Well, I see these objects around my house. I could do it like this, and then as soon as I
Mhm.
go through the how it can be done, I'm past it and I'm good for the day. Like I'm
Right.
just good. I mean,
But
not good, but you know what I mean.
I know over the years that, being, what was that, 14 and how long before? Okay. Yeah.
I'm glad you're still here, though. Thank you
Yeah.
for showing me
Same.
how wonderful you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually I know what, especially in a religious situation like I am, when you're open about that, a lot of people just don't understand,
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
refuse to understand beyond just, well, you gotta make yourself right with God, or obviously there's some sin in your life or whatever whatnot. Not understanding that sometimes it's just a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
It's actually a medical thing, but trying to it's just some of the kids that I talked with, when they would have talked about it until they heard me talk about it.
Yeah. It's important, man. That's being an
And
advocate.
yeah, and
So
just yeah,
I totally know how you feel. I totally get it. I don't think that anybody in this group really strays away from understanding that.
Oh,
Mhm.
definitely not.
Oh yeah,
I
Well,
mean,
very
it's
like
just as much as, and the thing is, everybody says, "Oh, you're such a cheerful person," and this and that. Yeah, I know, right? Now here, let's block that for a second. Now you don't know me, and that's the thing, that's exactly the thing. Friday, I also want to point something out to you real fast. At the bottom there, um, they understand
bottom?
so much that it's so hard to get in contact with
the
them.
scroller.
Yeah, with your scroller there. They actually
Mhm.
shortened it. It is actually 988. You can do that, and it goes so much easier because they found out that when you're typing in this number that you're scrolling there, that number gives you time for you to say, "Oh, I don't need help."
That's
But
interesting.
yeah,
988 is such a short number that once you start hitting it and you can hear it ring, it sounds better in your brain.
Oh yeah.
It really is. And I'm not putting it out there saying, don't use that one
No,
number.
we probably should change it here soon though, because there's a shorter one that I can see where that would be more beneficial.
yes,
Yeah, I mean, I was like, what is that number? And dumbass me just said, is it 811? No, that's the dig number. That's after the fact. But yeah, I mean, if you pull it up, I don't know if you can see it here.
Yeah.
Ah, here we go. Yep, that's
Hold
the
on a
crisis
second, and
number.
I'll bring you. Okay, if you'll bring it up again, then I can.
Right
Okay,
there.
and then I fixed it on the tiki thing. And Jessica, I sent you a link if you'd like to join.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're
it's
free and
You
have some
also have to
time, Jess.
accept. Yeah, you just have to accept my friend request to be able to see the thingy. It would help,
yep.
but you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. I gotta get this off my phone right now, or it's gonna accidentally call it.
Yeah.
I think the worst
Been
thing
there.
was when my dad had went through the wreck in the semi, and he lived after going into the semi. He actually did drive into it, and the truck was in pieces, but he came out with a broken leg and 3 ribs, and he lived. So those thoughts actually have been acted on, and it scared the hell out of me.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. man.
And that's one of the things, you can never look at somebody and say, I know how you feel. And I've never told somebody I know how you feel. I can tell you, I don't think there's a person in this room that doesn't know how you feel, because we feel on this big spectrum. But I do want to point out that everybody is so different than everybody else that we live our lives, and I have an understanding of what it is, but maybe perhaps I don't want to be in your shoes or your shoes or your shoes
Yeah.
because me being in where I am to jump in your shoes might be so dark that I would, start thinking about it more, or
Yeah.
vice versa.
One of the things that I say
I
instead of I know how you're feeling, I know
I
how it
like it.
feels, or I know how you feel, I always say I know what it's like. That way they know that this is, this is an event that I've experienced before. How I feel is differently because I'm a different person,
Yeah.
but I know what
right,
it's like to go
right,
through
right,
the
right, right,
event.
right, right, and
I
that's the
have
thing.
many times I've many times have said I understand your pain because I've went through this similar experience like with Rads. I understand your
Yep.
pain of your dad. I went through mine dying a very painful death
Yep.
and things like that.
We bust Dell's balls all the time too, because she'd be like, "Oh, well, I don't want to talk about what's going on with me because you guys are going through so much worse shit." And Jennings even said this before, and I'm always like, "Motherfuckers, listen. It doesn't matter who's going through what. Everyone handles some things differently and feels differently about them. Everybody's shit is equal."
I found a way around it. Hence why I've
Did
had
you?
so many long nights with Dell. And I'm grateful for the long nights with you, Dell. Every single one, every single nanosecond, I'm grateful for it. But I'm glad I get to talk to you about those things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She'd be here if she wasn't asleep right now. She stayed up all night, all day, and then finally crashed out like about 45 minutes to an hour before you messaged me and were like, "Want to do a show?"
Dude, Pyle started talking to me. I'm like, I haven't talked to Raz in days. He's talking on the thing. Maybe he'll want to talk to us. And then I get the gift of Uncle Necro joining us as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
yay! I get the gift of 5 amazing men that I've got to talk to today. I'm so happy.
I forget that I have to be social. Like it legit does actually take messaging me for me to remember. Oh yeah, I've got a phone and I've got a Facebook. I should. And then like halfway through that thought, I just get distracted. Or lately, I've just laid back down or something. I just completely
Well,
spin out of
that's
it.
why I checked with you to one day. I said, "Are you okay? How are you feeling? This and
Yeah.
that. I don't want to bother your sleep."
Oh, the thing is, I'm sleeping very little. I'll try to lay down and sleep, and I'll sleep for maybe 20 minutes, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll just lay there in bed. Like I don't really sleep much. I more will just kind of lay there, but it still rests. So,
I
but
mean,
it doesn't bother me any. If it bothers me, I just won't answer. I'm that kind of person. I'll see it. It doesn't bother me.
I'm always down for a padded cell go-to thing. It's
You
just
know
at
what?
the time I was just working on the NSR special
Right.
too. So
Yeah,
That
and
works.
the
And
thing
I'll
is,
give you
I'm glad that you guys gave me permission to join you guys because I
Oh, yeah.
really do like doing this, and um, I don't know how well my thought process is for this type of thing.
I mean, it's padded cell, man. There is no thought process for padded cell.
our first
Santa Claus right out of the base, just
our
destroyed someone.
our first episode, I sat in for a few minutes from an ER.
Yep.
Ooh,
So-
Remember with James in the air.
Ooh,
I call
Yeah,
it the
I've missed
exploding
one.
desk incident because it sounds fancy.
I'm glad you came, but also
ooh, look, I'm in a group.
you said you
Didn't
wanted
even
to
know
join,
this-
so now you've
Yes.
joined.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was just like totally
The
shocked
thing
and
is,
awed
they
because
make Jenny admin of way too many things, so Jenny just does
Mhm.
stuff.
Yep.
Like I had to
Stuff.
block somebody for soliciting things that were not needed of Ron. He has a wife; she gets those things.
let's talk about something like that real quick.
Also, I miss
So
Ron. Ron, I miss you. Have fun on vacation, buddy.
And
Yes,
off
we
go the
miss
pants.
Ron.
so let me
Pants time.
just say this. Raz, exactly that we talk about in Hunter check-in. We talk about, let's see who this person is because I don't recognize him, but we'll see and we'll be at the ready. What had happened the second meeting that we did? This is the second meeting this year. All of a sudden, Maximus goes, okay, And I don't know who this is, but let's see. Click. And we're like, hello? And he goes, hello? And we're like, yeah, how are you? And then all of a sudden, he takes over the whole video, and it is nothing but guy's junk all over the freaking screen. And he kept on hitting the raising hand, which would move something, and raising hand and raising. And he did it. And Maximus is like, dude, I can't get rid of him. So I was like losing it, just going, dude, I want to help you, but I can't because you're in control of this. And he goes, I don't want to keep looking at the screen. I'm afraid that my fiance is going to walk in because he wasn't married yet.
Yeah.
And he's so he's like, oh, he's like, got it. And it went, boop. And he goes, I am not okay with that. We're all like losing it.
I fucking
So,
love Max,
you know,
man.
That
You know-
is a lot of wiener.
Yep. Wiener,
Yes.
wiener, wiener, wiener.
Dude, it was wieners doing helicopters. It was wieners going after other guys. It was wieners. That was this. It was
This
different tones.
meatspin.com, I wonder.
It was different skin tones of wieners. So
By the way, don't type in meatspin. Okay, just
Don't
don't.
plan on it because I've
Snooze.
been sent the weirdest
two girls, one
video.
cup.
No,
Oh, dude, what is
I'd
this
rather do
goatsy
two
thing I keep
girls,
hearing
one
about?
ghost. It's so much more fun.
One ghost.
Two girls, one ghost.
That sounds like a haunt thing, and I'm
That is
scared.
the name of the podcast.
Oh, it's a.
Podcast. Sure.
Oh, that
No,
would be
seriously,
terrible.
Go to Spotify and type it in and see what you get.
I'm afraid
It is.
to.
It's actually pretty good. They
It's
tour
claimed?
different haunted places around the country and tell you about what experiences they have.
My phone just got a
and stuff
virus.
like
What
that.
did you do?
I found
did
it
not
on
click on
Spotify
that.
with Uncle Necro. It was awesome.
Wow.
I found Uncle
That's-
Necro on
It sounds
Spotify.
like Benjamin Dover to the rear gate.
We used to get in trouble in school because every time there was a raffle, we'd all enter it and we'd write down Sharon Peters. And Sharon Peters won every raffle ever in, like, I think I was in 6th grade. And, like, they would just announce it. Sharon Peters. And then finally one day, it was like 3/4 of the way probably through the whole, like, school year, someone said something in the background when the announcer was announcing it. Because the announcer was like, I don't know who Sharon Peters is, but Sharon Peters never comes and gets anything. And you heard somebody like whisper something in the background. She's like, oh, and then the announcement stopped, and it was never. They banned doing raffles again after that for the rest of the year.
So, this, our county fair. When I was younger, you had these lovely two innocent older women doing the announcements. They'd be like, "The time is 3:00. Brought to you by blah blah blah." It's like, oh, look at that. There it is.
Oh. There it is.
I'll bring you back up.
Every time.
I'll bring you back up.
So-
See,
Girls,
I
one
did
goes.
send you very. It's weird, but it's not as weird. Nowhere near as bad as Two Girls, One Cup.
I'm still not convinced it's not porn.
Now, what is this goatsy thing I keep hearing about?
Goatsy?
Go see.
Oh no.
Oh, is that before your time?
I'm not sure what goatsy is.
Oh, dude, don't. Just don't.
Apparently, you know.
Yes.
Outlet
just-
After Dark.
So,
This is what the disclaimer is for, people. The nudity. We're not showing nudity. We're just discussing it apparently today.
we're just reacting. Wow, that's
I've
a
seen
wiener.
that girl with 3 eyes. Dude, I've seen the girl with 3 boobs. What's it to you?
No, we're going into Total Recall. Awesome.
Dude, I watched that movie way too much as a
Is
kid.
there some kind of advertisement we should be playing?
That was at
We
the beginning.
can.
We will
Hold
eventually
on a
have like
second, and I'll play the
mid-ad breaks and
advertise.
stuff.
Well,
By
even
the
though
way,
it's already passed,
that
you can
that
still
coffee's
replay
real.
It was cool.
That coffee
Yeah, the
is
coffee
real.
is real.
Oh, I
Um,
might
You
buy
want to
some just
replay the
Yeah, screw it. Go ahead and play the ad.
rap battle?
Sure. Go ahead. So the rap battle.
I'm the father of Christmas, call me Papa Noel. I'm here to kick your ass in this dungeon of hell. I'm in holidays, and my ambitions are lofty. Your Christmas pop won't you, like leg lamps or frosty.
What's the matter, Nick? Tired of malls? I'll kick your ass throughout these unhallowed halls. Come Christmas time, I'm the one they fear. I keep haunting business with my holiday cheer.
Your history is a real mystery, but it's clear to me you got it, PT. Cause you changed your face more times than Bruce Wayne. You've got more characters than Mark Twain.
The spirit of Christmas is dead, it's gone too commercial. You're all about the money, but yet I'm controversial. Keep running your mouth, I'll put your elf on my shelf. I'll slay all 9 of your reindeer myself.
These rhymes are sick. I'm the OG Saint Nick. You've got a stack and a stick, but you can't rap with shit. Bow down to me because I'm the Christmas MC. A holiday without me would be a trip.
I'm the reason for the season, for whom the bell tolls. You're still handing out peppermint stripper poles. Like every naughty little kid, I'll shove your ass in my sack. Hey, the pagans call, they want the holiday back.
God, that was so much fun to
I
to
love
write
that
and
thing so much.
It's a good effort. However, both kind of had issues with their flow, and I believe they were averaging about maybe 67% dropping rhymes at a 67% efficiency rate.
Yeah, that was
So-
recorded on his cell phone, so I couldn't be there for the filming, and that was done on a cell phone, so that there was an issue. They didn't have the music, but we were going for more the Christmas Dickens pentameter than actual rapping for
I
that
see,
one
I
anyway.
see. Pentameter.
Yes,
It
it was
was
a lot
it-
of fun with that one.
was
And
it
Krampus did win. Krampus
Ionic
did win.
pentameter.
No.
Let me
Whammeter?
just tell you, that haunt, my son just was so happy to be part of that.
It was good having all
He
the kids
just
out.
was. And the thing was, every single haunter from my haunt that went was so excited to be down there. And I want to give you a good note with this. Also, Carl said that she's excited to come back and help you guys
Yay!
any chance that we get. And she
Good.
said thank you. She learned a lot.
She was
and
awesome, man.
She's one of the people that gets down on herself,
Mhm.
and I told her, I said, you can't. And me and her actually had this whole conversation about different stuff, and I told her, I said, yeah, I said, now I'm going to ask you. I said, I'm a hug guy. I said, would you like a hug? And this is the first time she goes, yes, please.
She was super cool, man. You always bring down cool people. That was fun though. Like, we had people. You guys came down from Chainers. We had people from Kings Island come down. We had people from SS Nightmare, Nightmare Manor, Dayton Scream Park. We had some people actually come over from Riverside JC's. We had visitors too from like I think another 4 or 5 different hunts for that whole event. Man, it was good to see like family, from everywhere.
Yeah, and I heard that Brian was supposed to be there, and Brian didn't show up. And
He was there.
Was he?
So he showed up on Saturday to kind of hang out for a while before we did it, and then he left. Some things came up, and his girlfriend came out and hung out with him. So they went and did some stuff, but they came and visited before.
Okay.
At least
Because he was supposed to get a picture with me. That way we can send it to one of our friends on TikTok. And
you and I were supposed to do I just now remembered we were supposed to do one to send to Jenny, and I completely forgot about it until just now. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Jenny,
One-
I apologize, and let me also tell you, Saturday was a rough day. He actually told me to sit down.
Yeah, he did not look good, man. And you know how I'm at the haunt. I need to sit down every 2 seconds. I just never do. So like it's hard to get me still to even take a picture. You can now ask Patty and Pyle what I'm like when the show is going. I literally don't stop.
Oh, he was doing a great job. All of a sudden, I was just like, I am not 30%. This is rough. And then all of a sudden, I walk through, And I had hunters look at me and go, "Pal, are you okay?" And then they kind of realized that I was finding little nooks and crannies to put myself in.
Yep.
But anything that was asked, I would absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at uh Fred, and I told him, I said, "Hey man, as soon as we get done, I'm going to jolt out here." And he goes, "Yeah, no problem. You okay?" And Rez is like, "You are going to text me and let me know when you get home, because I'll
Oh, yeah.
tell you right now, I'm going to worry about you and all those kids and this and that." And I'm telling you now, as soon as I dropped off the last child, I was like looking over at mine and saying, "Come on, let's go." I was whooped.
Oh yeah.
And then you got, you know what? That creeper van is absolutely perfect for us.
It's awesome, man.
I'm thinking about putting Morg on the side too.
You should. I got a Christmas gift from
That
Pal that day
rock.
because I was dragging ass, and Pal gave me Mountain Dew and saved my ass. So
Oh, your Christmas gift is up, Joey. It's
that was my
upstairs.
Mountain Dew.
No, you actually have one. I forgot it.
I got your speaker in Fred's office, by the way.
And you'll get your Christmas gift after Christmas, I guarantee. Because, yeah. You know what? I'm going to put myself on mute for a sec, and I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to bring it. I'm going to show it to you, and everybody's going to see your face.
All right.
You see his face now.
Yeah, you like his face. I took a screenshot of it.
Yeah, I missed the hunt. I have not physically even gone to the building since I got sick. I was supposed to come this past week and do my favorite thing for the year, which is rip the Christmas out. But I was just too sick to even get out and get in the car, like let alone go all the way down to the hunt. It's like about a 30, 35-minute drive. So I'm bummed that I missed out on that. But we got to start our meetings. I think next week or two, we got to start our Christmas, our Valentine's Day planning, because we do the whole murder mystery / haunt thing for Valentine's Day. Oh, and then we have Transworld coming up after that. I'm actually going to go to Transworld for the first time ever. I'm excited about it. It's like one of the
Yay,
main
'cause I love the
features.
ads I see.
Now, I find myself in the past few years actually looking forward to Fat Friday or Fat Tuesday, simply because they have that king cake.
Yeah, the king cakes are good, man.
Yeah,
Like real king cake is fucking.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
not like coffee cake, coffee strudel with
Right.
different colors.
Not
little
the bullshit
plastic-
king cake.
Right.
No, the
Very
real
cute. I haven't
king
had it in a
cake
while.
or the coffee shops that do the really good king cake coffee.
What I like to do is just have a big mass of pancakes in the morning.
I do not do
Leather.
the coffee. I don't dislike the taste of coffee, but like I was a big coffee guy when I was really young, all the way up until I guess the beginning of my second college, and it was the ulcers, man. They were just wrecking my ulcers really, really bad, and I cut down on a lot of caffeine. There was a period of time where I actually switched to that was back when I still drank Pepsi all the time. I didn't even drink really like Mountain Dew that often, and I went to caffeine-free Pepsi for like 3 years to like settle my guts down, and I didn't have really any caffeine for a while.
Yeah.
And I've tried to go back to coffee, and I'll be okay with it a bit. I'll drink like half a cup, and then my stomach's just like, we don't drink this. But I have to have a good sip. If somebody's having a good coffee, I at least have to have a sip of it.
I don't always do as much as I used to. But then again, if I really want to sleep, I get something like
Deadly Grounds.
the Deadly Ground. Yeah, Deadly Grounds or some
about
type
to order
of
some Deadly
really
Grounds
the
here soon.
strongest coffee. They got the darkest coffee possible and drink like 6 cups, and then I don't have a choice. My body will put itself to sleep.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff over there at Deadly Grounds I was looking at again the other day that I actually kind of want to try. I think I'm gonna do an order in the next week or two and just get a couple different things. It's weird too because Father Evil's got a commercial that we'll be playing after the holidays are over, and I've met Father Evil so many times. I've done interviews with him. I actually haven't talked to him in probably like 3 years or so, and he actually has his own brand of coffee on there too, his own flavor. So I got to pick up some of that. Like, I just got to.
In the vein of what Uncle Necro said, what is your favorite breakfast?
My favorite breakfast? Man. I like breakfast more than any other meal of the day. Like I like breakfast food better. I think I just like eggs, but eggs and bacon.
Yeah,
The
fried
thing that
eggs
I
is
always
best
find
for me.
myself ordering every time I go anywhere that's got breakfast or anyone's making breakfast, oddly, is grits. I love fucking grits for some reason. And I had not been to a Waffle House in years. And then last day of haunt, a bunch of us ended up going to like 4 different Waffle Houses because they're so tiny these days, like you can't even fit with your groups in Waffle House. And I found out that in my absence at Waffle House, they started offering loaded grits. It's all the stuff they put on their hash browns, but like it's on grits. And I was like, what? So I had this. I mean, it was a giant fucking platter of loaded grits, and it was the best thing I think I've ever had.
Yes, the world needs more grits.
Yeah, yeah. But I'd say like either grits or omelets, man. Honestly, I do a lot of omelets with. I don't even care what's in. Like I'll put all kinds of different shit in it. Fred makes a really good omelet. I get him to make me some omelets again soon. When we did our when we did oh, it's Mike, doctor. That's an inside joke. We me and Mike and Carter, anytime we're walking like next to each other in the security pass, we just look at each other and we're like, doctor. We started doing it this year and we just keep doing it.
So for the first time in like ever, I got to see Josh in the wild with his coworker friends,
Oh
and I
yeah.
found out something I did not expect. They just scream at the top of their lungs, "Hey, wake up!" at each other as a hello.
Nice.
I did not expect that, but it was interesting.
Hey, you're there.
Hey,
Hi. I'm trying to figure out the new computer, so give me a second. I can't really hear you guys. I'm going to mute myself so I can figure you guys out.
Okay.
Okay.
She's not freezing at all. We can see and hear her properly.
We don't hear ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good thing too.
that's good.
So I figured that out when that was happening to her because her setup, we shouldn't have heard her. We found out later that there was an issue with Google and it was happening to other people too.
I can hear you guys now.
Yay! We can hear you, we can see you, we can't hear ourselves, and like you're not like skipping all over the place.
Yeah, I got that other laptop. I got so mad at it that I went and bought an Acer from Cashland. So,
Now this one's a lot better, man. A lot better.
good.
Oh yeah,
Hello, doctor.
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 He has stolen my phone to watch us while he's sitting right next to me.
That's not weird. But it's
Dude,
Mike.
Oh, the coolest thing
Hey,
ever happened at the interview
No, I don't think that's
on
working.
Thursday.
Thank you, cousin thing.
What happened?
Hi. Her
Hello, cousin
son
Pin.
came and joined us, and we talked about all types of stuff.
Nice.
I never had somebody's son come and join us. Apparently, that was the first time he ever actually did it during any interview she's had. So I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
yay!
You okay on that side?
Speaking,
Yeah, I don't know
speaking
what's
of
popping up.
sons, your son messaged me the other day. Jess, he's like, you want to come hang out? I'm like, buddy, I live in Middletown. Like, yes, I would love to come and hang out, but like, I'm in Middletown.
Oh, I know exactly what he wanted from you, though.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties.
you're good.
This is my husband, by the way.
It's the mic. Our lovely head
Hi,
of
husband.
security over at Hell's Dungeon. When he remembers, he's head of security. He's head of security.
Kitty cat, please go away.
You go away, sir.
I know what that is. Don't even worry about that.
The loveliness of setting up a new computer. Welcome back, Kyle. Mike's
Just for
setting up Jess's new
clarification,
computer.
that does not look like Jess.
No,
This is our new-
that is not me. He's trying to fix my new computer.
This is our nudity.
Oh, I was like, man, when we talk about the bearded woman, we're
There we
going
go.
for it.
And now he lost us.
This is the nudity portion of the show, the
There we
early
go.
warning.
Oh.
Nice.
Should be good now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those are awesome.
Oh,
That
you got
is
your
so
little
cool.
light.
Yeah,
I
my
found
was
those in Columbus.
Man, I'm thinking.
That is awesome, dude.
I found
Rob
these
got
in
me.
Columbus and thought of you instantly. And I was like,
thingy?
I got to remember to take them
It's
down
not
to Hell's
plugged in.
Dungeon. And next thing you know, I was like, I forgot them. And I was like, you get your present when I get my speaker.
That sounds good.
Oh,
I'll put it
talking
with
about
my
presents,
Beetlejuice
I have a
collection.
present for Raz too.
I'll have to get with you guys and hang out, man. I have like a little Beetlejuice thing going on because when I started doing it by the second year, well, the first year, so I started off with like a generic suit, and someone actually bought me the first Beetlejuice suit that I wore that I also worked at the haunt. Then second year, I got a miniature version of the Tombstone, and then Rob found a Beetlejuice like it looked like a stuffed animal, but it was actually a dog toy. It was awesome, and then someone else got me like the little miniature stuffed animal version of him. So now I'll have the cards. Like people get me that stuff. So like actually ordered shelves finally, so I can actually start displaying what little things I own around the house. So when they come in tomorrow, I'm actually gonna start putting up all my Beetlejuice stuff and all my other weird shit that I got. So when I get that, it's gonna go with my little Beetlejuice shrine.
So let me just tell you, I was up there. I was looking for that, found it.
Hey Tish,
My son had
one second.
popcorn.
Tish, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, your comments are not coming up on my side.
I don't see him either. Might be through one of the other channels or something that doesn't, where the comments don't come up. The best place to make sure the comments come up would be our normal Facebook and our YouTube for Ally Network. Don't know why it does that sometimes. It's
Oh, Tish, you're on.
There.
Yeah, if you can come on. I see what's happening, Tish. If you come on our actual page and comment instead of the video I shared, we can see your comments. Because I'm not streaming through me, I'm streaming through the network. And our main pages, I'm streaming through Raz's page and my page, not me. So if you'll please come and comment over here, then we'll be happy to talk with you because we love our Tish. She makes us
Tish
happy.
is fucking awesome, man.
Okay, guys, continue.
Pile, you're on.
I had that errant piece, one strand of hair that just was hitting me at the nose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like a cat's tail. And I'm
Talking
like,
about hair.
Yeah. I remember those days.
I can finally take mine down from work and not have a headache.
So
I was like back in 1992 when I still had hair.
I was looking for your present, and when I was looking through, I looked at my son and I said, "Did you make popcorn?" And he goes, "Do you want some?" I said, "Maybe." He goes, "No." I said, "No," and he goes, "No, I didn't make none." I said, "Okay." And then all of a sudden I grabbed him, and I was like walking through, and he's like, I was like, "All right." So I went out. I made a bag. Is there any food that you guys believe that you guys should put on repeat order? Our house, popcorn.
I love popcorn. Seriously,
Popcorn is like the most amazing snack along with beef jerky.
Yeah, beef jerky.
If you can get the moist beef jerky.
The moist beef jerky.
The moist.
The sad thing is you can talk and they can still hear you.
Oh yeah, we can totally hear Mike. And he's now he's the
Mike.
Arby's of
Moist.
That's a Turtle Beach hen set.
Everybody said hi, Mike.
Hello, everybody.
Moisty Mike.
Mike
That's
is
what
the
we're gonna
Arby's
call
of
him,
beef
Moisty
jerky.
Mike.
Yes, you doctor.
Moist.
It's too, man.
You are not moist, Mike.
You know, there's people watching this video later on, and they're like, "Nope, we're done.
I'll take
we're
it.
done with this whole thing." They said moist. Nope, I'm done.
Moist.
Can't do that word.
Oh God, let's not get Bobby in here because he'll freak out about that word.
I keep forgetting there's weird shit I can do with my.
They can handle moldy, but not moist. Oh yes. Do it again. Do it again.
What was I looking for?
Dude,
I keep forgetting I
There
can do
we are.
stuff
We
like that with this
found
thing.
you.
You're looking for my muscle relaxer.
Hey Tish.
Hi, Tish.
Hi, Tish.
Boy. Oh man. This has been a show so far, guys.
I am happy
Sorry,
to
how
have
do
you.
you start again? It started when your mother met your father, and they said they loved each other.
Hi, Daddy.
I walked right into that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Again.
But my dad is the background if y'all
Okay,
want.
no. The thing is when she brought Grandpa home, I was in the bathroom, and she brought Grandpa to me, and I was like, "Get that damn thing out of here!" Little did I know that was just ashes, and not an actual a cremation.
Yeah, up until the time that I brought Grandpa home, Mike thought Grandpa was real.
Yeah, you guys missed that because Jess stole Grandpa one night during the Christmas hunt and actually put a bell in it too, if I remember correctly.
Danny did it. Danny did it, not me.
You know how hard it was to get that dang bell out?
You stole Grandpa's bell?
Like, seriously. I got Grandpa home. I was like, no more Christmas for you. And I'm like trying my hardest to get it out. Finally got it out. And it had so much stuff in it. I was like, ching, 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 ching.
Pyle took the bell out of Grandpa.
Now is
Danny.
the time where I kind of wish that I had some popcorn.
Danny is now mad at you.
I remember Paul's like, they put a bell and Grandpa.
Look. I got many fishes to put with Grandpa now, so Grandpa can go fishing.
Grandpa would always wander off, so we had to put the bell on him.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
when that one
have
starts
so many
rolling away.
Grandpa stories, and it's great because people look at us and tell us, well, why isn't Grandpa with Grandma? I flip around and I was like, oh, there's Grandma. She's in the other urn.
And the hand sticking out.
I'm not dead.
Hi, fish!
Does that make you feel better? We got fruit snacks too.
Sorry, which are my manners? President Myers, I need
Whoa, what is
Hey,
that?
do you have your TV on in the background?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Michael, they can hear you playing Cyberpunk.
Yes, we can.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's
Somebody
what it
said-
was.
Sorry, Tish, it was
Better?
somebody.
If I disappear, Jazzy's playing with the mouse.
Yeah.
Tell him yes, Daddy.
Okay.
I like turtles.
It's better.
Moist.
Hi, Jazzy. We send pet.
If there's any noises, blame that one.
So, welcome to the Insanity, Tish.
Yeah, what did I stumble
Uncle, would you like some popcorn?
We don't know what you came into.
Tell me
We've
your
been doing this for an hour and
address.
42 minutes.
Send it
We
to
got
me,
nothing.
and I'll send you a box.
I'm good. I'm good. I actually this time of year I really get into the kettle corn, which
Oh yeah,
is not good for the diabetes, but
No.
Matrix?
it's good, just not good for the diabetes.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's good.
The problem is apparently the company that I normally get this time of year no longer makes the kettle corns, not the kind
Oh,
that I
no.
like. So I have to settle for the Walmart store brand, which is all right. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's like
Okay.
$1.50 for the
Where-
bag.
So, the company I work for, Casey's, makes this bangin' kettle corn. You're going to have to send me your address so I can send you some.
Okay.
Where's
Casey's
And we
like
make it year round.
Casey's as in the gas station.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you send me instead a pizza?
Do you need a pizza? I can talk to Mike. He's the one that cooks them.
You deliver to Nebraska to a farm.
As
in
long as it's
Nebraska.
before 9:30, I'll make it.
Wait. I will make you a deal. Tell me you send me a message what your address is, and I will order a pizza and send it to you.
but
Yeah.
it's gonna be Casey's.
How do I know this isn't just you're not just going to send me advertisements for the double ACP?
I mean,
I mean,
I get
turned
those
50.
anyway. I'm sure you do already.
I turned 50, and yeah, I just got my first ones a couple of weeks ago.
That
Excuse me,
AARP,
we've been
man.
trying to reach you about your extended car's warranty.
I just turned
Excuse me.
38, and I'm allowed to get insurance through AAA now.
People have been offering me the senior discount at various restaurants since I was like 38.
Yep. I'm gonna start my own insurance company. You can pay me
What
to
type?
not kill you.
What type?
That
Peppermint
would be
lettuce,
known.
okay.
Okay, that would be
I've had
known
insurance.
as. It's not an insurance. It's a
A
racket.
bribe.
No, it's an assurance. Because I'm assuring you that I won't kill you.
Oh, kind of like
I'm
So
not going
it's
to
not-
assure you anything.
For only $19.95.
Xanoff.
broken
I'm
butthole,
down to killing
Yeah.
only 3
Fractured
people a day.
butthole.
fractured butthole.
That's very festive, Tish. I'm digging it.
Very fast.
Gotcha.
What
CEO
type
of chilling in
insurances or
Canada.
assurances do you get in Canada?
I do live in Canada.
That's where I'm going to move when I retire. I have it all set up.
Do you know what part?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about going like
The one that
Headset, watch
accepts him.
right over the border from Ohio. It's pretty nice right in that general section. I've been there a few times. It's been years though since I've been over there.
I'm ready to move to Canada.
Canada.
I can't say it right. Don't make fun of me.
One of my other Canadian friends calls that region of Canada Canada.
Canada.
He goes, so you're gonna move to Canada? Have you done it yet? And I'm like, no, not yet. I'm going to, because then my plan is I'm gonna retire to Canada, and then when I get 10 years past that mark, I'm gonna go as far north as I can and just disappear into the woods, and I'm gonna become a new cryptid, just a brand new legend. Will disappear. I'll never be seen again. But every once in a while, when the
look.
moon is full.
Okay, good. Have fun out there in the camping, and watch out for the Rasty Slasher. Okay.
Oh man, I tell you what now, I hear the legend of the one that farts in the woods.
Sometimes late at night,
That
if
would
you
be
bring Little Caesars along,
Yes,
especially
you can
he'll
summon me with
appear.
Little Caesars.
He'll appear
Yes.
outside your tent, going, "Hello."
That is still my favorite chip pizza, and I still eat Little Caesars.
It didn't work.
What didn't work?
Did I get the wrong
Summoning.
pizza?
Was it Little
The
Caesars?
summoning you in my living room with Little Caesars pizza. It didn't work.
I mean, how do you know it didn't work?
You didn't
Yeah,
hear.
clearly he's
And
not
give me a
at his
hug,
house.
like you promised.
I mean, I could have been there. You just wouldn't know.
And, also,
I don't know why
watch
you
out
show up.
for
I mean,
onions.
I'm a stoner, okay? So you summon me. It may take me an hour or two to realize that I've been summoned. That's kind of how that works. For like next Tuesday, I'll just show up. I'll jump out of your closet and I'll just disappear again.
Boo, eh?
I work on
Ooh, eh?
SST. It's stoner summoning time.
Hey, sorry, do you want some Tim
Okay,
Hortons
you're about
there?
3
eh?
weeks late now.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks from now, I'll show up. That'll work. They'll try to summon me for years. Then one day I showed up in Nebraska.
So you're going to be
I mean,
6
it can
weeks
happen.
late in all?
It could be. It could be. It could be. No, it's gonna be 7. Sorry.
Hop in anytime you want, Tish. It's one of those weird, chaotic shows.
Yeah.
This is nothing but chaos.
I'm just listening, and Jazzy's right here.
Hey, Jazzy.
Yeah, wait.
That's so awesome. Yeah, this is our padded cell show where it's just sort of a free for all. Anything goes. We were talking a lot about mental health earlier. We go back and forth talking about that here and there, but we just kind of talk about everything.
Yeah, I saw that message on the
We're
bottom.
scrolling about it too.
This time of year.
Nice.
Every day, but
I also released my Christmas special on Necroshock Radio, so click on that and give it a listen.
Definitely.
check that out.
It's in my group.
Friday,
if find it.
I just saw something here
Playing with my beard.
at the bot text line. Text hello.
Yeah.
And you know what pops in my head every time I see something like that?
Is it me you're looking for?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? I'm
No.
feeling kind of alone, and I don't know what I'll do. Hello.
One of these nights
Have
for
you
padded
noticed
cell,
most of the people-
we're gonna do karaoke. It's gonna be called PC karaoke, and we're just gonna sing crazy fucking songs.
I will watch, not join.
Have you noticed?
Yep, I
Oh
will watch.
gosh. What you need to do with that is you need to go and whenever somebody talks about something and it's a phrase in a song, they need to kick into that beat with the phrase in that.
That would be a
song.
musical episode, and I think we should do that. I mean, if it's good enough for Buffy, good enough for us.
If it's good enough for Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you.
We're
I stopped
just
watching that.
going through the motions.
I watched all of Grey's Anatomy until that. And I think I made it like 3 or 4 episodes past that episode. But like, I like musical episodes and stuff. But like, the Grey's one just kind of killed it for me. And I was already ignoring their shitty writing at that point. And then that happened, and I'm like, so I stopped watching the show completely. But then I heard like a season and a half later, it got good again because they all watched it up here. Like, they're still watching it up here. They started.
So,
Yeah, I'm waiting.
have you ever heard of Q Avenue?
Avenue Q?
Yeah.
Yeah, Avenue Q.
The internet is for porn. Yes, I've heard of Avenue Q.
Okay.
I love Avenue Q. It's awesome.
Where do you all fall on the latest musical with Star Trek?
Yes, I was about to bring that up.
I want to see it.
Demand a boy band rendition of the Klingons.
I got to see it, man. The
K-pop.
weirder the musical, the better. Like, I've seen Evil Dead the musical
that's pretty
live 3
weird.
times. I've seen Toxic Avenger the musical. I've seen Human Centipede the musical, Carrie the musical. Like, the weirder out there shit, I like it more, and I feel like it's going to be out
Beetlejuice
there.
the musical.
I'm not going to
that,
see it yet, though.
Did you mention Evil Dead the musical?
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times.
Okay,
I said that. Yeah, that's when I started
Okay.
off with.
awesome.
What I like about Evil Dead the musical is there's a section in the script for the musical that's intentionally left blank. You're supposed to fill in when you do the production whatever like big pop culture thing is going at the time for some of the jokes. So that's why the show's actually a little bit different each time you see it because of that. But that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But What the Fuck Is That is my favorite musical song ever. I sing it all the time.
I want to see Michael Jackson the musical.
I kind of enjoy they got the mustard out.
Oh yeah. I think the first musical I ever did, I played Conrad in Bye Bye Birdie in high school. It was the first one I did, and I went from that to actually playing the plant from Little Shop of Horrors, where I got to puppet the plant, but my speaking role is the plant doesn't move. So I'm off stage with the microphone. So I would have to run back and forth between puppeteering the plant and running over to the side.
No, if I tell you what musical I was in, y'all would laugh.
What?
I was in The Sound of Music.
There's nothing wrong with the Sound of Music. I've seen it too many times.
That's my
They
favorite
put
one.
me as a postulant.
Now that's funny. That's funny.
Yep, told you you'd laugh.
Calling
I've
back
never
to an
watched that.
It's
calling
Demon
back
Willie,
to-
everybody. Hey, how's it going, man?
to an earlier question. That play that I was in where I played Santa, that too was a musical. My whole solo was about my affection for hot fudge sundaes.
And weight loss. Okay.
The gooey hot fudge sundae. Yes, I remember.
I was never
every
in a
word.
musical or anything like that. I was in a variety show, and I played a character named Ryan Farrar when they were trying to do the American Rejects instead of America's Got Talent. So I walked up on stage, and I had this blonde hair, like seriously, really blonde. And it was interesting because I walked up and I was supposed to be really, really scared and this and that. I was like, "Hi, I'm Ryan Farrar," and what I sang was "Rap City" by Queen.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Rhapsody, yeah.
It was great because there was one section I could not remember, and my character played it off because everybody's like, "Oh, he's going to remember it." And I was like, "I cannot remember it that fast." I was like, "La da 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 me malalia," and I just did it. And they told me very clearly, "See that mic there? Yeah, you hold it away from you, or you want to break something." And it was funny because
Galileo.
when I was doing it, we were doing practice, and I took the microphone away from me, and I went as loud as I could. And when I did it, I slammed down on my knees, and everybody's like, "Was he supposed to do that?" And the teacher's like, "I'm not sure." Is he
It's
okay?
improv. You're supposed to say yes and.
Are we?
So they were coming. They were slowly coming out to check on me. I was like, "Did I win?" And the teacher, she backed up really quick because she realized he just added things and no warning.
Yeah.
We wrote
Oh
our-
yeah, I had a broken arm too.
Smart. Were you saying,
Sorry.
Tish?
We wrote our play for grade 12.
Hell yeah! What was it about?
Well, my skit was a bingo hall.
Nice.
Number one way to piss off a whole bunch of old people: yell bingo.
No,
Or-
that's not the way to piss them off. That's the way to never be seen again, sir.
Or you put a haunt in an old bingo hall, and you have bingo chips that show up in the middle of production.
That does happen sometimes at the dungeon. Yeah.
Thought that was funny. I was like, "What?" They're like,
Yep.
"Yeah, the bingo chips, and they shouldn't be here." What?
That's the
You
weird thing is
serious?
we do not own any bingo chips from the old bingo hall that was down there. We don't know where they're coming from. Like we've been trying to figure that out for a while. Like we thought at first we were pranking each other. Then everybody finally realized, wait a minute, I'm not doing it. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. Like we had that whole conversation years in, and to this day, staff has changed entirely from like 1 year to a lot of other years. But this has been going on since year one. So it's a really weird thing that just happens.
I don't know why you guys don't have a scene that is a bingo and they call a number and one person goes bingo and has the next person have like a pan or sign and they just start wailing on the other person.
That'd be
Cane.
hilarious. Yep.
Or a walker.
I'll go in there and beat him with my cane that I go through the hunt with all the time. Those busters like, motherfucker, I'm the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
I do that all the time. Like I'll bust in. Like there's one chunk of the security area where Mike. I usually find Mike at in Mike's hallway. Oh, there's like 5 different entrances where you can pop in and see an act real quick, and grab back to the security hallway. So when we're slow, I will Kool-Aid man every single one of those little entrances. Like I'm busting with it.
Just tell them that I said hi. When
Hey,
you
Bobby.
unmute.
They all said
Hi,
hi,
Bobby.
Bobby. They can hear you.
Oh, your mic is unmuted?
Yes.
Oh.
Hi, Bobby.
Look at you making assumptions.
Bobby.
What's up?
What's
That's
up,
very
Bobby?
bright. This is very bright. I don't like that.
Lights are bright, man.
Rather it be dark.
That's how lights work.
But yet you have pink hair.
You know, I
that's
can't
really
hear
bright.
anything, right?
Yeah, we know
They're
you
making
can.
fun
We're
of
gonna
your
talk
pink
shit
hair.
about
Do
you.
you?
No, I don't care. Just,
See, him
Yeah,
not
they're all
being able to
talking
hear
all
us is
kinds of
better.
shit.
I can talk shit. That light is
You
making
should have
right
seen
now.
him at the homecoming dance.
Okay.
He came in this pimp robe, but he looked like he was dressed to go to the Yule Ball at Hogwarts. It was hilarious. I love
They're
I
talking
love that.
about your pimp coat.
I love that robe though. It was awesome, man. We
I
are,
bought that
man.
at
We are.
Goodwill at the bins.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are doing an event for Valentine's Day. It's the Saturday right before Valentine's Day. Because Valentine's Day is on a Wednesday this year.
Wait.
And you're doing your Saturday. I will be in Columbus on Friday for theirs.
Bro, that's messed up.
And then Saturday, I'm bringing the crew for your guys's.
Oh yeah. So I have a question. Does anybody have any like traditions they do on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
I go to my mom's house and argue with them until someone cries, and then me and the kids leave.
I mean that counts as a tradition, most certainly.
We make homemade pizza,
Oh yeah, I like that one.
then go to church, and then come home and have chocolates and a nightcap.
Nice. What do you do, Jenny? What do you guys do for New Year or for Christmas Eve? Jeez,
Open
wrong holiday.
stockings and cook things together to get ready for the
You guys
next
open
day.
your stockings on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Nice.
See,
I dig
growing
it.
up, we were only allowed to open our stockings until mom and dad got out of the bed. So
Yeah, that's how it was when I was growing up.
we would hit.
For that, the Christmas part of our celebrations, that's how it was for us too. What about you, James? Do you have any kind of rituals or anything you grew up with, tradition-wise?
Well, growing up on Christmas Eve was always the night that we would always exchange the gifts that are underneath the tree. This was when our family was a bit bigger, with not only, me, mom, and my sister and my grandparents and my two uncles and everything. Family was pretty tight around the area. We would Christmas Eve we would all go to the Christmas Eve service at the Congregational Church, and then we would go to one of our many family members' house and have like soup and talk. I was always the one that's off in the corner, not really playing with the other cousins, which everybody thought was weird. So, yeah, we saw that. But for the past over a decade now, we haven't really been doing that, especially not since my grandma Strand died. The last grandparent died.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, since it's a Sunday, we have two services that I need to be at. The last one's at 4:00, but I have another friend who, for some odd reason, because of lack of communication with her family, she won't be going to the gathering that night, and that is very loud, whatever that is.
Sorry, I was trying to get my medicine.
Okay,
You're good.
no worries. But and I'm like, well, maybe I can just skip the last one. They don't really need me to record anything, and just hang out and bring her son a gift or something.
Yeah,
if she needs to read. But I also noticed that we were kind of in a winter advisory watch until the 27th.
Oh wow!
So
Really?
yeah, today it got up to about 55 degrees, and now it's supposed to get nasty tomorrow. Nebraska, everybody. But
There's no snow here.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have this big snowstorm in this area of Ohio like a couple days ago, and it just didn't happen. At least summer middle time, it really happened. I mean, I saw a little bit of snow in a couple places, but like they're not the snowpocalypse they were saying we were going to get.
You got it worse than we did.
We got like almost nothing.
We got a lot of rain, wind.
Dayton got it worse than we did.
Dayton didn't have that much either.
There were power outages for 100,000 people earlier in the week because of the rainstorm we had here.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It was windy. There's some people that still don't have power, and people always ask what the temperature is. So I usually keep it in Fahrenheit now. So it's 21 degrees here tonight.
It's been really foggy the past few days, mind you. I mean, I look outside and I think, Silent Hill. Waiting for the tentacle to come out of nowhere and take out one of the cars that are passing by the farm.
So I was actually waiting for Rudolph to come and light my way back home.
Speaking of that, what do you guys do for New Year's Eve? Wow.
So years ago, we did go into
New Year's Eve
house.
or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, whatever.
Okay,
I don't like the holidays. Leave me alone. I'm making conversation.
Sorry.
You did a great job. Quit pointing out crucial stuff. Anyway, Christmas Eve, we would get together at my grandma's house and we would just do little things, and grandma would be like, okay. And this was the time that grandpa was still alive, and we tried keeping it going afterwards, but really sad note was back in 2009, my grandfather went to the hospital his final time on Christmas Eve. So grandpa demanded everybody left him at his room at the hospital because he was fighting cancer bad, and go back home to grandma's house, and we would spend time. Well, he passed away New Year's Eve later, and when that happened, it put like a really big damper, and then we kind of all split up, this and that. Now, as a tradition, me being the emergency disaster services director here in my county, I actually find the 24-hour departments that we have here in our county, and I show up with cookies, and it's not a little amount of cookies. No, it's a decent amount of
a metric fuck
jerky.
ton.
Sounds good too. I mean, if we want to
jerky.
donate jerky, that's fine.
As long as it's moist.
I heard you talking about jerky.
Hey, I'd rather hear about jerky than jerking.
Oh no, he's sitting here watching anime while I'm talking to you guys now.
So it might be
Animation.
both.
Yeah, he's
Might
watching
be a little
hentai.
bit of both
Let's be
around
real.
here.
I think all I really do is I get really high, like higher than usual, because it's the holidays, right? And I don't give a shit about Christmas. So I'm like, hey, guess what? It's Christmas Eve, and I want to go ahead and get Christmas over already. So we're just gonna open all our gifts right now, stocking gifts, get it all out of the way. And while we're doing that, we're gonna smoke the biggest blunt you ever had and get ripped. And then we're just gonna sleep in on Christmas Day, and then we'll eat and smoke some more, and that's Christmas. We're done. And I started that
Talking
like 2
about
decades
getting
ago. And
high,
that's what I do now.
I'm going on a Michigan trip next week.
I just did that this week.
So I'm doing it for my first time.
Nice. If you need any pointers, hit me up. I'll send you to the right places.
Go to
Well,
hell.
go ahead and send me to the right places.
I was the mayor of Hell,
Seriously, go
Michigan.
straight to hell.
I was the mayor. I actually have the T-shirt still and the certificate and the dirt that comes from all that stuff, like the whole package. But yeah, it's
How
a
much
good
did you
run,
pay
man.
to be mayor of hell?
I can't remember what it was. It was like 100 or 150 bucks, something like that. It was a stupid amount of money for something that ridiculous, but it was totally worth it. I loved every second of it.
Am I allowed
didn't
to
pay
be-
for
am
it.
I allowed to be the mistress?
Are you going to be the mistress of the mayor of hell?
Yes.
Mike's
Yeah,
now
I
your
actually
mistress.
I got a mini Canagar from Michigan for this New Year's Eve. So it's going to take about 35-40 minutes for us to just be able to smoke this thing. It's packed. It's because it's packed like an actual cigar. It's amazing. I can't wait to hit it up.
When you're in Michigan, are you bringing back presents?
It depends.
Do you need me to bring
I
you
do.
back some presents?
Sure.
When you're in Michigan, are you bringing back Depends?
No, they have some really good deals for stuff like that. Usually people will
No,
send me
I'm just
to
gonna
get things
say,
for them. That's usually what I do, like
I
once a
can
month,
send
once every month and a half.
I can send you a Fago that I can't find here.
You want me to find you some Fago?
No, just this one kind.
Well, you'll have to text it to me or I'll forget.
Do
Oh,
you
I'll
want us to
message
send
you.
you? Do you want us to send you
Kind of
Depends?
a rock and rye though.
I mean, I've been up to Michigan many times and I've never found that Fago. So
Which Fago is it?
it's like 30, 40.
Big Boys is awesome. We have Big Boys here too.
I will look it up. It's the name is a number.
The name is a number.
ICP actually has a song that names all the Fagos.
Yeah.
And
Ghetto
until
Club?
they came out with Con Candy.
Yeah, the cotton candy.
The Dreamsicle is awesome, by the way. That Dollar Plus store you guys got over by Hell's Dungeon.
Yeah, that
It's
store's
got it.
awesome. That store's got all kinds of weird stuff. It's awesome.
Did we ask Tish what she does for her Christmas Eve?
We did. I closed it out. I went last. I asked all of you
Okay.
guys.
Because I'm
Chocolate.
lost, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But just remember, we're doing the ticker at the bottom. This is a tough time of year for anyone just tuning in, or again that will watch this later. If things are tough, things are bothering you, reach out to somebody. It was like Pilot was talking about. You're never actually really in a situation where no one cares about you. Plenty of people actually do care about you. It's hard to recognize that when you're depressed, and it's hard to believe that you're someone that can be liked by anyone. Like that's the hardest thing when you're in your depression, is just not feeling like you're the kind of person that people like. That's one of the things that I know that I go through when the depression gets bad. So we take that definitely seriously. You can pop in here and chat and talk to us. We'll talk to you about it. Definitely. You can reach out to any of us. We're definitely here for you. And the holidays suck. Even if you like them, they still suck.
60-40.
Yeah.
60-40?
Yes, you did, sir. Yeah, we're trying to get Demon William over there up Hell's Dungeon for the Valentine's event. So maybe we'll get a chance to haunt with him this year. He's over in Michigan.
60-40 is supposed to be like a squirt.
That's what she said.
That's what I it might have been a girl that told me. I'm not quite sure.
I've been saving that for a while. I only get like one or two of those a month. So I was saving it up for the next time we did a padded cell.
That works.
I can add that it went right over my head.
It's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Grapefruit lime citrus soda.
Yep, that's the one he's looking for.
I mean, I can break it down for you, but it's gonna be a lot worse. Like,
No, that's okay.
are you sure? I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah, we've already done the disclaimer.
really
Go for it.
I heard the word squirt, and I just said that's what she said.
Oh, I know. And
You can buy it on
Spirit Red?
Amazon.
Okay.
and she said it went right over my
I'm not
head.
paying the price.
Oh,
On that note, my wonderful freaks, I'm going to have to call it a night.
is that really
Good
just
night.
for
Have a good
one?
one.
So
We love you.
Dude, we'll just go to
Have a
the
good one,
Detroit.
James.
Hear that.
Okay, do we need to send you the Depends?
I mean, it
'Cause
almost
can have-
been $16.
Yeah, $16, Mike.
I'd rather just get like a
Okay.
piece of it.
All I can
Well,
hear is Mike now.
Uncle, it was really nice meeting you because I've never been in one with you before.
So it looks like we're going to Detroit.
Okay. Detroit, and thank you, Kyle. Good meeting you.
I'm sorry, he can't hear anybody.
No, of course not. This is usually when things start getting good. But
You got to mute Mike.
I was going to say that a story idea came to me the other night that I'm going to expound on. But Jen, you'll be pleased to understand that tonight, while watching the new Aquaman movie, I figured out how to finally finish up that one particular story that you wanted to find out about the ending, the one with the Russian guy.
Yay.
I'll
So
read that too.
okay, so once that's done,
Josh and I.
I'll share it around. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, cool Yule, whatever it is, you Festivus for the rest of us, I guess. I don't know. So,
Feliz Navidad.
sure.
Well, right now
Merry
we
Christmas.
jumped over into New Year's Eve official here in Ohio,
Well, okay. New Year's Eve, I like to spend.
or Christmas Eve. Jesus Christ!
Okay, New Year's Eve, I like to spend rolling around naked in raw meat. So, I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later, man.
Helicopter dick.
And then there were 5.
I mean, he just said that, and all I could think of was helicopter dick.
I was thinking the meat dress.
La la, oh la la la. You want to? You want to taste my meat cut?
Okay. On that note.
That sounds like what's it called? 2 Girls, 1 Cup right there.
No, it definitely was
Oh
not.
God, we just went from helicopter dick to 2 girls in a
No,
cup.
you don't understand. We're coming back
Oh, my
to
lower
that.
back.
It was discussed earlier.
We have the weirdest conversations here.
Yeah, we do.
Hence why
Today
I keep hiding
especially.
behind it.
There's a whole new me in the shit mouth, though.
Reminds me of Clark
We
Griswold.
need to get
going,
him a headset.
Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
I know
Kiss
we
that.
need to
Kiss
get
your
him
ass.
ahead,
Happy
but I
Hanukkah.
tried to hand it to him, but he won't listen to me.
Tell him I'm muting him.
Raz is muting you.
How dare you, Doctor?
Doctor.
Ooh. So I got something to tell you, Raz.
What's up, man?
My friend went to a place in it's Delaware, Connecticut, I think.
Magically
And,
whisked
what
away
you-
to Delaware. Sorry, a Wayne's World moment.
Oh. So we went, and she went to Delaware, Connecticut. And I started laughing when she took me a picture of something. And she goes, "Can you tell me what's on the air side of this sheet?" I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "There's something on the air side of this sheet." I was told to take a picture of this. It says what the sheet has, and then it says Delaware. Okay?
Okay.
So there's something behind the sheet. So late at night when everything is turning on, okay, it goes and it shines through the sheet, and it says Ben, and then it says Dover.
Oh wow.
And I was like, "What the hell is it?" And they said a dick shop.
Yep, it makes sense. Makes sense.
So if you go to Connecticut, I know where you can go visit.
Take it over for a second. I just want to
I
see
can go
something.
like to pretty much any part of Dayton and just find one of those everywhere. I mean, that's not that hard.
You're right. You're
Okay.
right. There's a whole Amazon on there too.
Oh dear Jesus.
Walmart's
Mike's trying
got
to
stuff
see if the
too.
Bluetooth works with his headphones. I think
Got
he's
some-
joining in.
You got Sneaky Pete over there.
And
I'll
doctor, I
probably-
swear, you best not mute me, buddy.
I'm actually probably going to be dipping out in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's getting harder to breathe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
have to be
That's
at
not
Waffle
good.
House by 7:30 in the morning.
I don't know.
quarter after
Wait,
1.
you work at Waffle
Oh
House?
yeah, it is late for you, Tish.
No, I don't work at Waffle House. That's where my mom decides we're going to eat for Christmas.
I love Waffle House.
Which Waffle House?
We're going to the one in
And what
Moraine.
time are we thinking?
7:30, she said.
I hope
7:30,
this
Moraine
goes-
Waffle House.
Not.
On
That's what she
Christmas
said.
Eve or Christmas
I can
Day?
go for some Waffle House.
Yeah, I need some more loaded grits
Well,
in my
come
life. man.
join us. I'm sure my mother and my sister will absolutely hate you just like they hate me.
They
I've never
definitely
had
probably,
grits.
if they remember me from that night, they definitely don't like me.
I've never had grits.
Well,
Oh, grits is
really?
good, man.
you
I love
know,
me some
you weren't my mom molested
recommend
her
it.
as.
That's true. That's true. I was just very angry because I was in character. And plus, I know your mother, so like, well, I mean, I don't know her like on a personal level, but I know your mother enough to not be nice
Next
to her.
time,
So.
next time you have a family function, do you want to bring Grandpa?
I have a family function every time I go to the haunt
Dude, I
because
would
my
love
family's
to
there.
bring Grandpa.
They'd be like,
Bring grandpa
"This is
to
a
the
family
Waffle House
function."
and order.
Yeah,
it and-
Grandpa's here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
My Waffle House knows me so well that they would have no problems.
That's the first time I've even gone to Waffle House in years, man. I really don't get out much. I don't go really anywhere. I go to appointments. Sometimes I'm like, I need to see the outside world, so I'll just go and ride around with Michelle. She does errands and does DoorDash, or I just stay here in the basement all the time. That's where I live. That's where I stay.
Raz, I'm hijacking you one day.
There's not even windows. I don't even have to look at the outside world. I'll go days without seeing outside. It's great. I love it.
Me and you just need to spend quality time. We'll go to
We got to go to
faraway
Ponderosa
lands,
now.
like Ponderosa and Waffle House, and there's going to be bad things that come our way, Rob.
Do you guys see the thinker?
Over here, yeah.
Who, him? I thought I was trying to pick his nose the whole
Yes, so
time.
did I. Magic nose goblins.
He still can't hear you. He's trying to figure out how to connect his headphones.
Step one:
he can-
believe in
So
yourself.
he can go, hello,
Connected voice.
is it me? I can...
The only one that has
Dude,
actually
a little higher, a
audio
little
is
higher. Come on.
yours.
Yeah,
You almost
gotta
got
get
it.
like
Almost
that.
got it.
Right there. Right there.
Yeah, right
Then you gotta
right
wiggle
there.
it.
Right there.
If you wiggle it, I bet you can be like Bewitched.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So is everybody writing?
That's fine.
Just so you know,
Hold on a minute.
His
I can't hear
face-
Tish. What'd you say, Tish?
Is everybody writing for the February book?
Wait. Which book? The
April-
anthology?
Yeah.
Trying?
Yeah. I got a
The
story about half
anthology.
done for that one. About half done, I think. So
I'm
far.
thinking about it. My last story ended with a cliffhanger, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I need to wrap that up. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I gave up.
Do you want to see what happens if I
As
take
I
the headset out?
No, don't.
What'd you say,
That's fine.
Jenny?
I'm not really concerned
said
about it
as
right
a
now because
Tishman, I requested.
I do have the desktop.
Hold on.
I
We
just
gotta wait
gotta
till
put-
Mike's done talking because I cannot hear a
put
word.
it
you
at-
say. All right, and I can
Go
hear you,
ahead.
Jenny. What's up? Jenny?
As a Tish fan, I requested at some point.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Maybe
been
you've already figured that one out about me yet. I don't know.
That's well, my proofreader here swore at me when she finished that one.
Nice.
You left it all in the air.
And that's the awesome point of another book.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a series of stories running through the Fey Corpse anthologies. I have 5 of them, and it's all in the same world. So the characters run through them and play.
And they're amazing, by the way.
Well,
I
thank
don't
you.
get to talk to you enough to tell you this, but I love your stories.
Thank you. I believe yours might have scared the crap out of my proofreader.
My apologies.
Yeah.
I get out there, man. I go pretty far sometimes. Sometimes I go too far, and I have to edit before I even let anyone see it. That's something I haven't seen.
Yeah.
What I'm working on for the February one's a little tough. It's definitely tough. It's very Fae related. I actually went and researched paranormal games because I'm really into that kind of stuff, like Bloody Mary, etc., Three Kings, elevator games. So my wife actually helped me come up with the whole concept of this one years ago, and I just kind of started the story and never finished it. And I created a pretty legit sounding and seeming paranormal game to summon Fae. And it's about this girl summoning. It starts with this girl in a closet summoning these Fae before a party, and yeah, it's a pretty messed up party because things do not go well as per when the Fae are involved, and also things tend to go badly with paranormal games as well. So the combination of the two are pretty tough. Pretty tough. Just don't eat or drink anything at the party. I'll just say that. Are you muted, Jess? Did we mute Jess, or did Jess mute Jess?
I muted Jess. And I forgot I muted Jess.
I was sitting here, I'm like, did I do that and I forgot about it?
No, I did it and forgot about it because I was trying to mute Mike.
Oh, because you were gesturing and like talking, and I'm like, does she know she's muted, or did I not unmute, or?
My meds are starting to kick in, so I was gonna say goodnight, guys.
Okay.
I will see you guys later.
All right. We'll see you later,
Bye.
Jess.
Bye.
We'll probably be
We love
wrapping
you.
up the
Good
show in
night.
general here shortly.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can keep going if you want to. I got about another 8 minutes before I got to dip.
I think Friday's going to take
Okay.
off. I think you're going to take off.
I'm
And
Yeah,
I'm
Tish is
here
taking off
for-
too.
scoop.
Tish is like, oh, okay. What's that?
Yeah, I'm here. Well,
I figured
it's almost 1:30 in the morning here. I'm an hour ahead of Eastern.
Oh wow. It's only
And
like
Jenny's back in the
11:22.
past.
There are so many people that I deal with online that say, there's an hour ahead of Eastern.
Right?
I'm like, what do you think happens over in Europe?
Right. Exactly. I feel like right now, like Jenny's in the past, me and Pyle are in the present, and then Tish is in the future. That's how this is working.
And in Newfoundland,
Ooh.
30 minutes
Oh.
ahead of me.
Yep.
So I have to admit, I had a stupid moment. Okay. I was looking at a map. I was looking at Google Earth. And I just looked and I was like, well, that's Maine. And then I looked up, I was like, what the heck's above Maine? And I just saw it and I was like, hold on here. And I just looked, I was like, oh, you know what? When we show a map, yeah. Huh. Oh man. That's why our children do believe, and no king on this, do believe that Alaska is an island.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I just
That
Yeah,
was
before-
ran in my heart.
before everybody scoots off here, I just want to tell you guys thank you very much for making a wonderful Saturday. Last couple of days, I've just
Whoa,
been,
it's Saturday?
Yep.
well,
Yeah.
Sunday now, and
I got
Yeah.
my days all mixed
Well,
up. All right,
damn,
I thought it was
Lord.
like Wednesday or Thursday. I forgot what day. I really didn't know what day of the week. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Kyle, we can stay as long as you want, okay?
oh, well, I'm
you
just saying.
guys can keep going. I mean, Tish is leaving soon. I'm leaving
Fine.
soon, but you guys can keep going
Right.
if you want to.
But I just want to point out, all the people that jumped on here and this and that, wonderful conversations. Because honestly, I've not been in the spirit, not been in the mood, not been this and that, and I'm like, I just want this to be done, over with. And recently, my biggest problem is the only happiness I have is tools in my hand, working on something, or me being at work. And if I'm not at work, I'm losing money. And I don't like to lose money.
Yeah.
So, it was just one of those things that I just wanted to express myself. Thank you guys for being there. And, it's awesome that this is scrolling at the bottom, because that is one of the biggest things I don't think anybody should have to deal with suicides as much as I have in my
Yeah.
life. So, and everybody that knows me knows that I am friends to everybody. So to hear that somebody did this or somebody did that, or you're the person on the phone trying to talk to your friend and say, hey, I know things are dark. I'm on my way. No, man, I don't want you to see me like this. I want to see you.
Yeah.
Maybe not like what you were thinking about doing, seeing you, but
Yeah.
let's just talk.
And honestly, every time we do this show, we always do the ticker at the bottom. Other than now, the only difference when we do the show is we have to play the ads in the beginning of the show. But this will never be a show that we do actual real ads during or halfway through, actual ad. Like the haunt thing we played, that was just fun. But we don't profit on this show.
yeah.
We don't do this particular show for ratings. We do this show for you guys just as much as, or sorry, we do it for ourselves just as much as we do it for you guys, because we have a lot of serious shows. We do actual shows, but this is one where we need it too. We suffer from depression and other mental illnesses. We need blow off shows like this to have fun, to connect with each other and people we don't usually get to connect with, and it's good for us too. So,
Rez, I want to tell you something. There is a group of individuals out there that absolutely have so many problems being able to blow off steam.
Oh yeah.
And that's because everybody watches them, everybody sees them, and this is the first responders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if you listen to me, you'll figure out exactly where I am. I'm not like, oh, you can't find me. But there are first responders that have went up to a situation that their humor is so dark, and it's just we, as the ones that the first responders go to, we are the ones that have to be understanding, number one. So if you guys see first responders out and about, and it's that time of season here, and they just look at you and they're just not seeming so chip, they're having to be at work, having to deal with the terrible things, and they're also trying to live their life in this system that we have.
Right.
So I mean, my hat goes off to first responders. Definitely. Just because they're the ones that will rush in when everybody's running away.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know one of our other hosts, she joined us when she can, Mariah. She was an EMT and did a lot of first responder stuff as well. So I've heard a lot of the stories from her too, man. It's definitely what you first responders do, man. Much love to you guys. Seriously, we definitely need you. We need more of you.
And there's not a single time that I think a firefighter should ever get out of a fire truck with a bulletproof vest. I thought that whole thing was terrible. That's my opinion. My beliefs are not your guys' beliefs. I understand everybody has their own beliefs. But, these are the ones that are trying to help you get out of a vehicle when you are trapped. They don't need to look over their back and wonder who's going to attack them.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. 100%, man.
Yeah. I have a sister who's a nurse. I have two cousins that are paramedics, one brand new into the field this year. And I have another cousin across the border. He is in Maine. And he is with the police down there. He was searching for the shooter this fall.
Oh, wow, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the one that was playing peekaboo with TikTok?
Yeah.
Definitely send love from all of us to all of that, man, for sure. That's
absolutely.
Those tough jobs, and we live in a world where all those things are very necessary, and less people are wanting to do them because of how tough all those positions have gotten.
Well, the thing that struck me was he sent a message through his wife to get out to the public in that area for people to stop testing their hunting rifles.
Wow.
While it was happening, because they had to go for every gunshot.
Yeah.
And check it and vet it and make sure it was legit, not the person they were after. So
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things, you know. You can't always say the circumstances that is surrounding the situation, but you know, common sense ain't so common anymore.
No.
yeah, I'm seeing a lot of information coming from people about what's happening over in the Middle East, and
Yeah.
it baffles me how something that seems black and white is just all over the rainbow scale.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I mean, Ukraine is still happening too. I mean, that's there's definitely a lot of insanity in the world right now, man. And first responders in every country, you know, whatever they call them, and I'm sure they have other names for them in other countries as well. I'm not that educated on
Yeah.
this particular topic. Seriously, we need stuff like this in the world. But I do got to get out of here. But I want to leave you guys with here's my Christmas present to you. I'm just going to say, Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
We love you, Raz.
That's quite the note. I've got a few minutes, but I disappeared to go grab my nighttime meds, so mine are starting to kick in too.
Okay.
And with that extra little bit, I don't know if you saw the comment earlier, but I tried something. I went live earlier tonight.
Oh wow.
Um,
I'm sorry. I haven't seen it yet.
That's okay. It was like a 40-minute ramble, so you need to set aside time for that one. But I think I talked about the Jägermeister cold brew that I had over the summer, the last time I was in this room, and I just tried it in a McDonald's iced coffee, and it was fabulous. And that's what I was just sipping on before I switched to my nighttime meds and some water. It's just one shot, but I take enough meds that I have to be careful. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It took the Jägermeister has cacao and herbs, it says.
Oh wow.
And the straight shot, you taste the cacao and you taste the herbs. When you put it in a vanilla iced coffee, you taste vanilla iced coffee and mint. Yeah.
Interesting.
Not a strong mint, but that's what the herbal does with that combination. It was really good.
Never thought about trying that.
Thoroughly.
Is it anything like brushing your teeth and then
No,
mouthwash and then okay?
It was good.
Because I will tell you right now.
It wasn't a strong mint. It was the herbs. That's how my tongue interpreted them. I don't know if it was supposed to taste mint, but that's what I got.
I have no idea, but it's always interesting hearing about different things you try and then wanting to try them myself.
I try a lot of different things. Like this week, I tried the Double Coffee Crisp chocolate bar, and I tried the Drumstick Kit Kat bar. And they were both interesting in different ways. Obviously, there was not ice cream in the middle of a chocolate bar.
Well, obviously, but unfortunately, we don't have those here in Texas, and it saddens me now.
We have so many things here you don't have there, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But Coffee Crisp is well known as a Canadian bar, and the Double is the Timmy's lingo. I don't know how popular it is everywhere else, but it's like if you want a Double, it's a Timmy's with 2 cream, 2 sugar. That's always how it's ordered around here, is just a Double. And so they've made a Coffee Crisp Double chocolate bar. So they put more coffee in the Coffee Crisp.
So
you can always have more coffee.
I went to a Timmy's today. Was shopping around and went to a Waffle House, and sorry, we don't have hot chocolate anymore. Well, a small child dropped it and burnt themselves because the parent wasn't helping them. So now I don't get hot chocolate at Waffle House.
Wow.
And I was like, it's horrible. Then I went to another place and they said, no, we have a mocha something And I'm like, no, just simple hot chocolate. So I ended up going clear around and finding the Timmy's and went into Tim's, and I was like, okay, this is what I want. So we went ahead and got the hot chocolate, and then I had to go clear back over to the other side just to drop it off because it wasn't mine. It was for someone else. But yeah, there's only two places I will get hot chocolate from if I can really get into it and this and that, and it's usually Tim Hortons or Bob Evans, and
have
they
neither.
will both send you. They'll send you or sell you a jug, like
a thermos.
It's like a box that has a bag in it,
Nice.
and they put it in there, and they'll sell it to you, and it's like, my diabetes does not need that, but thank you.
Yeah, I could second that one. I don't know.
Let's go ahead and just choke down a couple extra metformins. But
yeah, I do have to be careful too with the sugars. Trying to wean off for the new year. And a while back, I started drinking coffee, just black.
that's so not fair what she just sent me.
I know
The
it's not
Polar
fair. I
Express
sent it
hot
to both
chocolate.
of you guys. AMC had it up today. I found the Polar Express hot chocolate on the AMC Facebook page, guys.
Nice.
And do you not want to know how many times my kid has watched that movie this year? And I mean year round, the youngest one, because it has a train.
Yeah.
So,
I'm concerned
yeah.
about this one ingredient just because that is a running joke with me and my friends. That would be the second one that is yellow.
Well, the thing is,
a dash of
and
hope
love.
ain't bad, but
okay, the love, we are not touching what that could mean with you and your friends. Let's not do that version.
I ordered.
Raz, get back here.
We do not need that version of love in this kid's hot chocolate.
What is love? Love, baby, don't hurt me. Hey, there we go. There's that thing we were talking
Cinnamon
about.
hearts.
Yes.
What is it?
There are so
Cinnamon
many
hearts.
Cinnamon
people of our
hearts.
generation that communicate through song lyrics. I tried to say this earlier and never got it out. But yeah, I found that to be so interesting. How many people just communicate back and forth with movie quotes and song lyrics.
Super Troopers. My bad. Guilty. Super Troopers. If you've never seen Super Troopers, please go out, watch Super Troopers. Super Troopers 1, Super Troopers 2 is okay, but it's funny when Farva goes up to Canada and he goes and he shoots a bald eagle, and everybody's like, you can't do that. He goes, I'm in Canada. Can you not do it in Canada? It's like,
Nope. They're protected.
So it's just like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I love Super Troopers because we'll flat out say something when somebody says something about being so angry at something, and we'll be like, hey, Farva, what's that place with, all the crazy stuff on the wall and the mozzarella sticks? You mean Shenanigans? And everybody's like, oh, because we all know the reference. You say it one more time, and, But yeah, man, that's how my generation has absolutely anything with Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey, so I will curl around, and I come to realize one night when I was doing this with you that my facial expressions just absolutely get so Jim Carrey when I'm talking, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just like, and I'm like,
I figured it was just
yeah,
normal aisle.
it is normal, but the thing is, it's doing the Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey goes, oh, really now? But yeah, I mean, somebody actually had me do a doctor one time, and I looked down, I was like, I can't do a doctor. If I was going to do a doctor, I would have to do something. And we were just doing slap comedy with Jim Carrey stuff. I love Jim. I am so sad that he is retired, and he said he is done unless the perfect script calls for him, not a director or something like that. The script has to. And I'm like thinking, why did you do that to me? Seriously, your comedy, I love it. Then you know what? Thank you up in the north for Ryan Reynolds. I'm just gonna say that. Ryan Reynolds, thank you. You can take Justin Bieber back though.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're like
What
the
movie
14th,
do you
14th
like the
Canadian.
closest?
What?
I asked Tish what was her favorite movie to quote.
My favorite movie to quote. Thinking.
With your friend right there, I'm going to say Cats.
Well, I just watched the extended version of Lord of the Rings with Roy. All 3
I do
versions.
that a lot.
And, Harry Potter from time to time.
A VD Kadimi all the time.
But I mean,
Random kid.
there are so many movies that we watch. If I sat and thought about it, how many quotes I know, there'd probably be too many.
Yes.
Never.
But do you
never.
guys ever have a quote war? You and Roy?
The one thing we did that was really funny, and I'll finish this story and then I'll probably have to go, but we like B-rated sci-fi movies.
Yay.
And we like them because he wants to pull out his hair. He gets so frustrated watching them. But it's entertaining for him to sit there and pick
Look
it
at
up.
her.
Okay?
I
In
love
the middle
sci-fi.
of this, Halloween one year, we picked up the movie Bats.
Never
And
seen
it's
it.
a terrible movie about bats terrorizing people. We spent the night watching the movie, trying to outdo each other with bat puns. Whole movie long. It was hilarious. Bats gotta hurt. Just the whole thing.
Ooh.
We did this back and forth.
I do that with eggs. There's no excuse for this.
Yeah. It was
That hurt my brain to the point
one of
it's
the
scrambled.
most memorable movies I watched with him just because of that fact. That, and there's a movie by Jean-Claude Van Damme called Knockoffs. It was terrible. It's one of the only movies I've ever seen in my life that I actually am repulsed by thinking about it.
Oh, wow.
It was bad. The directing was all over the place. It made no sense whatsoever. It's just like, bam, you're in an action movie and you don't even know what's happening. It's just, we did not.
Do you still like watching those type of movies? That everything is just so, like, odd?
The B-rated movies we like picking apart more than odd ones. Although I will say, if you are not a fan of Tom Cruise, The Edge of Tomorrow is the best movie to watch. Because he dies over and over and over and over and over, and it is hilarious.
I have it.
It's actually one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. Even though I've seen him in a lot, that's one of my favorites because it was so enjoyable.
So, if this one is totally up to you, I had a fellow haunter tell me I need to watch this. This is a comedy, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And she said, "You got to watch it once to realize how stupid it is." I said, "Okay." And she goes, "You will absolutely tear this movie apart and go, something really wrong with the person that decided that they were actually going to film this." I said, "Okay." And it's called Night of Something Strange. And I will just tell you right now, if you encourage if you encourage to actually try to look at that one and watch it, it takes a little bit to sit down and actually buckle in the seatbelt for it. I'm just going to tell you, it's if you read the description of what it is, it might give you a pretty good basis of thinking, I don't know if I want to watch this.
I'm going to leave you with a recommendation for a movie made in New Brunswick, where I live, which is, yes, right above Maine.
Okay. You mean there's stuff above me?
Oh, there really is. And it's an hour ahead of me.
I was so dumbfounded. I don't know why. I was like, I'm an idiot. I didn't know Canada stretched so much farther.
It's a horror flick, which should fall in line with the general fandom around it.
Terrible.
Okay.
It is called Anonymous Zombie. It's won an award somewhere. And I have it here. It's
okay.
So I know the makeup artist for this movie. That's how I ended up with it.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
It is funny. Like there's a scene that happens in the movie, and I'm not going to say it because it'll spoil it. But it's one of those running jokes in the movie that happens, and you see the result of what happens later on, and then again, and it is so funny. And yes, it's something funny that happens to a zombie. So
you know what? I'm game for this. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. And when I got time and I don't have anybody near me, I will be more than happy to watch this.
I enjoyed it for a film that was made locally.
Awesome.
It was made in the province here, yeah.
It is now mine, and I can watch this anytime I want, and it is unrated. So I'm hoping that they use the unrated in a good, positive way to keep my attention going, and instead of me feeling like I need to smack myself for buying it, kind of like the.
Yes.
It was Carnage that set me on this rabbit hole. Carnage. By the way, there is one called Play Zombies. Feel free to look up Play Zombies on Play Zombies on what is it? Good night.
They say night night. Good night, baby
Play
boy.
Zombies on YouTube. Because Clay Zombies was actually filmed, like the second Clay Zombies was actually filmed at Carnage, which is a haunted house.
And almost Christmas, everybody.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Just one more day until Christmas.
You actually have
them all.
Well, you're down in Texas, so I think you're 1 hour from me, right? It's almost midnight there.
It is in about 10 minutes.
Okay, okay. So here in 10 minutes, you will have 24 hours. 24 hours to get children to, me on the other hand, I have 23 hours. You have 22. I like how this time goes. California, guess what? You're still not here.
Not even close. Yeah, it was funny when I started networking with people online, because I networked with a lot of people in the States, entrepreneurs, and so many of them said, there's a time zone ahead of Eastern time.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how many people reacted that way.
You should look up Australia. Boy, they bounce around like the kangaroo. I'll tell you what, eh?
I have friends.
No, good night, mate. There we go.
Germany, and they are 5 hours ahead of me.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, it's. I have a cousin in Germany now too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found out
So
a couple years back that I was Dark Forest German, and it was kind of funny because I was like, "What's Dark Forest German? What's so special about that?" And I come to realize how dark the dark forest is. It basically, you go to the edge, you wait for somebody to bring you into the village, because if you don't know where you're going, you will not make it.
hmm.
I was like, that sounds fun. And they said, yeah, it's really big guys and really big girls and this and that. And they got a wolf that's there that's the size of a small rhino. I'm like, what the heck? They said, you know what a werewolf is? I said, yeah. Oh, that's what encouraged that story. Oh, oh yeah. It's a big boy, huh?
So I have started doing a little more work on my trilogy,
Yay!
and I'm excited to get it going. I feel good about it now. I've started naming the characters that are called Name Here. There are too many of them now, and they all need names.
Okay, pick one of them that dies and name it Jenny.
That's a thing, isn't it?
Everybody that has put me in a story, I have died.
Have you requested the death like you just did
No.
there?
No, Brad's had me eaten by Ryder, and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way to die.
I have a quick and easy way for you to die in my story, yes.
Okay, awesome. Or you could do the weird thing and have me live and cause
Well, that's
shenanigans.
possible
I
too.
don't know.
That's possible.
No. We can't break the trend.
I don't know if I'm worthy of being in your story. Either way.
Well, what I'm doing for the characters I'm naming off the top is taking the names of people who have passed on that I know, and I'm using their first names, not necessarily building the characters on their character, but just as a nod. So that they're somewhere.
You know, Friday, I'll tell you what. When I made Tie Hand, the first time, and I gotta remake it because I don't know where it is. It's on the zip drive somewhere. I hope someone got a look at it. Anyway, when I made Tie Hand the first time, there was a piece of meat in there, and had no name, had no identification on the tag, this and that. So you know what? I'll be nice enough and I'll call it Jenny.
Awesome.
And it's funny because you say a piece of meat, but I will flat out, if it gets done correctly and I redo it again, you will understand why I referred to that as the piece of meat.
Okay. I look forward to it.
I don't know if you will or not. Trust me. It doesn't end well.
Yeah, I'm not adding last names, just first names. And I may give them a last name with the same first initial as their last name, but make it different.
That works. Because I have 2 different last names. Give me a 5th. I don't care. And I grew up with horror movies and horror books. It might be interesting to see how different you go, Pile.
I will tell you, this book was created because I had some weird Chinese food one day. And I just sat there doing security, and I just thought of everything in the whole principle of how my character that I created years prior actually acts and why he does what he does and what's the reasons. So I create this book, and the people that's in the second one are in the first one. The people that are in the third one are in the second one. The people that are in the fourth one are in the third one. You will get to pick and figure out, is this one going to be the next one? There's something about this person that just catches the attention enough that maybe that's the second character for the book, because the first one is about Chainer. The second one is about a second set of eyes. The third one is a third set of eyes. The fourth one is the fourth set of eyes that has been watching the third, the second, and the first. And you will realize how that one has been crucially important throughout the entire thing. And it is called Tie Hand, stands for thank you, have a nice day. It is not. When you think of books, you're like, oh, you can read a title and kind of get a little bit of a just behind it. The first one is called Tie Hand. The second one is Tie Hand Behind the Mask. The third one is Tie Hand the Laughing Joke. Or no, it's called The Laughing Accident. And the fourth one is called The Badge. So they all interlock, and it's all critically important. And I had the first one completed. The second one was almost completed. The third one was written in my head. The fourth one, I understood where it was going because it has to deal with everybody. And on the fourth one is a totally different look than the other three, just because his job.
It already sounds like a movie series.
And the thing is, I told somebody, I said, I don't know if I'm writing a freaking book or if I'm writing a movie or a show or something like that, just because the way that everything operates.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was, I had the first one completely done. I mean, I even put in there so much detail of what it looked like, what you were smelling, what you were engaging, the texture, the touch, and this and that on before he became Chainer. So, yeah. And, anytime Friday you would want to pick my brain on this, I will tell you anything you need to know about this, just because the first one got done and I lost the zip drive. So I've got to go back through and think of all the details with it, because it's all trapped. It's in my brain, and it is the most frustrating thing. I'm not a writer, so me doing this, not just once, but twice,
Here's what we can do. We can create a local recording that does not have to be put up and start talking about it and get the ideas out in the video, and then you can go back through the video and write down what you thought of, and hopefully that will help unlock more. Because you can record it on your end.
Yeah.
Or we can upload the recording to a cloud drive for you to get to.
Right. That sounds great. It just, I admire someone that can be a great book writer. I am not a book writer. I'm more of a storyteller, and that's the baddest part of me actually having the first one done.
So we can do the storyteller recording to write it down.
Yeah. Talk it out.
I like that. I really do. I also like the phrase "talk it out" because everybody has pain and anguish. I appreciate that.
So with that, you want to say that's all for tonight.
Mwah! We love you. Let me know what you think about the message I sent to you about that other thingy.
Okay.
When you want to put that up live, when you want to do it, and then we can set that up for you as well, because I want to get more word out on that.
Okay.
It was very nice meeting you, and hopefully one of these days I can jump in here and we'd be able to see you, and then I could say I was bat to see you. We could play this game all night. Wait until you get into bananas.
Good to see you.
You're always awesome, Tish. Good night.
Night.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. Hi. Yes.
Hi.
I knew it'd get to
Today.
this point, but yeah.
Today on the show, we've got Jerry Lewis over there in the closet. No.
There's a problem. I am in the closet and he's not here.
Neither is David Huffle.
I have Jerry Elliott, not Jerry Lee Lewis, okay? I have Jerry Elliott's leg here in the closet with me.
Ooh, I didn't think we were playing it that way. My bad.
The really funny thing is I wasn't it's a literal
You're not
thing.
lying.
No, I'm not lying. I've shown you the leg before.
Yeah, you've got a leg up on the competition.
Yes, no, I just have to figure out how to get it loose.
Detach.
See? I brought my father-in-law's leg with me.
You know what? Is it wrong to say I ever meet you in person and I ever see this leg? I just feel like I want to reach out and touch it.
If I meet you in person, you can hold it.
You know what one of the weirdest contraptions on a prosthetic leg was?
What?
They made it into a rifle.
Yeah.
No kidding. Someone
That
actually
does
made a
not
prosthetic
surprise
leg
me.
into a rifle.
No, that does not surprise me. I've seen it happen in a movie.
They actually took it, the rod that connects in his foot would unscrew. And when he unscrewed it, he'd pull it out, and that was the chamber that the bullet would go through.
That is awesome.
I think it's really disturbing what kind of technology we can make. I mean, I've seen rifle canes, but never a rifle leg, and here it was. I was like, that's interesting. But no, I just can't get over your leg.
Well, if we ever get to meet in person, you bring Grandpa, I'll bring Jerry, and we can hold the opposing person's.
I feel bad because I'm going to go through like a airport and they're going to want to know why I got two urns with me. And I will flat out tell them.
In person, I want my prize urn.
I will look at them flat out and say, you act like this is a problem. Sir, you can't. This is just not a common thing.
No, it's a common thing.
Isn't it?
My mother-in-law flew to Alaska. Okay? She had Ben, my other father-in-law, with her.
Oh.
In an urn. So, it's doable.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Hi.
Morning. I love the name Noah. Just because that song, Who Built the Ark? Noah, Noah.
I love the name Noah because I have a nephew named Noah, but this one, hi Noah, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to the show. My nephew's like 5, so he wouldn't be him.
Sorry, Noah, that you only got us two. I mean, I know I'm not the funnest person in the world.
I enjoy you as a person.
I'm just a creepy guy. You should hear me. You should hear me on the local radio station when they have me. No kidding. This is exactly. I'll get up to the microphone and go. And what do you want me to do with that? Like, what? No, I don't care. It does not matter to me. And the person will go on having the conversation, and I just go right back up to it. And you call me the weird one. But this is exactly what she does. she goes and she has this whole.
Most people think I'm a lad. DW probably won't think you're creepy. More funny and interesting. Oh, I'm sorry if
Oh,
you're a lady or whichever way you go. I'm used to having Noahs in my family that are guys. So I apologize for that. But yes, I think most people on Padded Cell end up creepy anyway. I say most. Tish wasn't.
no, she was wonderful and delightful, and I'll tell you what. But yeah, around October, I go into a radio station and talk, and um,
It's great to meet you, though. Thank you for
yeah,
coming.
absolutely. I think it's cool that you have so many platforms that this is on.
Oh
You
yeah, we're
know,
on 2 different Twitches at the moment. We're on 2 different YouTubes. We're on 4 different Facebook pages.
so what you're saying is there might actually be people in the future that might recognize me.
Yes,
Nah.
anything's possible.
If you work at a Dollar General, I apologize in advance. I love messing with the people at DG. Is there one store that you like to go to just to have fun?
I think the one that, I have the most fun at was the Walmart in Huntsville, because I
Okay.
knew the majority of the people there,
Why
and,
does Huntsville sound familiar?
well, Huntsville, Texas, that is.
Yeah, but it sounds familiar to me.
Okay, possibly. Because we'd go in and we'd practice skits in the store and we'd see what actually happened, real people's reactions as we did it. We'd stay in character, but we'd see the
Mhm.
reactions to the actual scripted skits and we'd find out um Asda. I don't know where that is.
Is that in Texas or?
I don't know. But yeah, that was my favorite place to do that. We whatever the reaction was would be the ones we would do on stage when we got the best reactions to it. So yeah, that's how we found out which ones were the right ones.
Right.
So, but they knew us, so they would just the people in the people who work at the store would just play along.
I know
Oh, it's
where
a
Huntsville.
British shop. Oh, okay. They're in Britain.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay. So
Hi,
you're
you're across the pond.
so
You're over
a
here in
little
the
fun,
States.
a little fun here. Okay. Huntsville. The reason I know it is because um I had a buddy that lived in Springs, Texas. Okay.
Grandma
Then
lives
you
there.
had the woods,
Mhm.
and right down the road, down the interstate, was Huntsville. That's why I'm understanding about why I know this.
Oh,
And
okay.
I went to uh is it Galveston?
Galveston.
That's on the Galveston. Yeah. I went there on a vacation break. Told my friend, "Hey buddy, long time no see." And he goes, "Yeah, yeah." He goes, "Where this thing?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "There's a package that arrived at my house that said call me." And then it said your name. I said, "Oh, so it made it there." And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Excellent." He goes, "Okay." He goes, "What is this?" I said, "That's my stuff." He goes, "What?" I said, "Oh yeah. By the way, I'm in Houston, Texas at the airport. You want to come get me?" He goes, "Huh?" I said, "It's okay. They got a restaurant. I'll sit in here until you get here." He goes, "You're joking." Nope. Surprise. If I knew you were doing this, man, I would have took vacation. And I said, it's okay. So, he took a couple of days and he went left work and this and that. His wife that he just got married to at the time, she um had a couple of days she spent this and that. Um, I met some people down there, um, and it's funny because I always joke I left my exes in Texas. Yeah, I have an ex that she was down in Texas. She moved from Ohio down to Texas. Me not knowing this, and I just happened to see her at a restaurant. She was one of the waitresses. She looked at me and she's like, "Man, you look so familiar." And I told her, I said, "Oh yeah, why you feel I look so familiar to you?" And she looked at me and she goes, I dated a guy that looks like you." I was like, "Ooh, does that mean you want to take a date on with me tonight?" And she looked at me and she goes, I don't know you." I was like, "Oh, okay. As long as you don't know me. So if you don't know me, then there's no harm in getting to know me then, right?" And she looked at me and she goes, "I'm not interested in you." I said, "Okay." So she went through the entire thing, and every time I would see her or my buddy would see her, he would smack me in the arm just to say, "Hey, she's back." And I'd go from this to, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Just disguise, just a hair disguise. There is no reason that I'm down there. None. And there's no reason I know where she is because I didn't. It just, worked out that way. And when I
Sometimes
left,
coincidences.
yeah, when I left, I went ahead and wrote my name on my buddy's check the biggest I could possibly. And I left her a heck of a tip and walked out. She texted me and said, "What are you doing down here?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "You just wrote your name on a receipt down here in Texas." I said, "I think you're crazy." Well, she caught me. She caught me playing fair and square because we went someplace else and she just happened to be there. And I was like, "Well, you know what? Maybe this is a sign me and her should got back together." No, 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 no. I like a little different people, but crazy is, yeah, I can't do crazy. I I did
Certain
crazy
types of
once.
crazy are a bad idea.
You know what? I did crazy once and I liked that crazy, but I got a son from that crazy and I'm good not to redo that crazy.
Yeah.
So,
But luckily you're okay with crazy friends.
oh yeah. Yeah. By the way, I have a great question for you.
I have
What should I
enough.
put in my jar?
Huh. Sweetie, in those we normally put some type of whiskey down here.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't think this is a proper cork for that. This is a Halloween prop cork.
Well, you could always make a sand art thing
Yeah.
or something.
What about the one that was just talking to us from across the pond? I don't know if she's here or not. What would you stick in it?
Uh she says
Vodka.
vodka with edible glitter. I like that idea.
There's edible glitter?
Yeah, they
Oh my
have vodka
gosh.
with glitter in it.
I want the edible glitter.
Oh yeah.
I like
Definitely.
that. I'm trying to figure out if I can get the cork out, and apparently I'm not. If I can't get the cork out, we can't stick nothing in it.
True.
But there's different types of corks. And one of the
Yes.
corks that they have is been treated for food come this and that. And then you have just the regular corks that they're not made for that. And this is just a prop. So I think that if I'm going to do that, I might want to get myself a different type of cork.
You should also make sure that the bottle is made for food grade items as well.
You know what? With enough dishwashing soap, I think it's it's a hit and miss.
Not necessarily, because I got Martha this gorgeous tea set, and then we look at the bottom and we find out it's not made for what you'd use a tea set for, and it made me so sad.
These people, I finally got the cork out. By the way, these people actually used hot glue to stick it in there. That's why
That
I
does
wasn't
not
getting the
surprise
cork
me.
out. Well, you know what?
Okay. Their mom used to make a cake, and we have edible glitter. So anyone new comes to my house, I always put glitter in their drinks and the faces. Oh, that would be awesome. Hi, Tom Dog.
Well, hello there. Why does that pop in my head now so many different times? Well, hello there. Huh?
I don't know.
I'm not even a Star Wars fan. Yeah, that's exactly where it come from.
Yes, but in my opinion, he's a very hot character in Star Wars, so that is why.
That is not the reason I say that because
I know it's not. Don't ask me why I keep playing with this thing. I really don't have the faintest clue. I just keep playing with it.
I'll tell you what, when that I'll tell you a story about Halo.
Yay.
We had this guy. It was my buddy. his number one thing was he would find a warthog on the battlefield. And he would sit in it and he would turn on his mic and be like, "Hello, I am your Uber driver. Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hand." Go through everything, all the battlefield, and this guy that's on it didn't even know anything was going wrong. And I was yelling, "You might want to get off the warthog. I know what he's going to do." He drove that thing off the cliff every time.
I love it too.
So the one I had was made out of real metal,
That is
and
awesome.
they acetized it,
Mhm.
and they changed the color, and it was a wicked one.
That
And
is awesome.
I knew it was not doing any right for being down in the basement, so I sent it to my buddy, and he actually has a Halo room,
That is
and
awesome.
he's got all the figurines and this and that, and it's great. He does a great job. But I told him, I said, "You ever do anything and you run low for cash?" I said, "You can't sell these. You have to give them back to me." And he made the agreement with that. And, I don't think he's hurrying for cash because that man is a strong, proud Ohio Highway Patrol officer.
Mhm.
And, yeah. And to learn so much about our troopers here in our state is interesting because I actually have a patch from one of the troopers. But yeah, I really do like that energy sword. Jesus Criminy.
I do
It
too.
makes me jealous. It makes me jealous.
I just keep playing with it because I don't know. I do have
Because
a
it's in your
neurodivergent
hands.
disease,
You can
and I
see
can
it.
play with it.
Oh, I would be the same way. I like. Never mind. I'm not finishing that statement.
Yes, please don't.
Well, you're the one that's fiddling with it. Hey, can
Yes,
you do me a
but with
favor?
you, that fiddling can go any way.
Can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you shake it twice?
Shake it twice.
If you do 3 times, you're just playing with it.
Well, yeah. It all depends on where you are and how much you like the policeman. Because some places you despise them because not all of them are the best type of people, but it also depends on the person.
I've met good ones, I've met bad ones. I've met wonderful ones, and I've met the most terrible ones. And I can say that through all the things I do, and I am very proud of 90% of them. But there is a 10 that is just absolutely, they're doing everything because they want to do it the way they do it, and it's not done correctly. And like I was told a long time ago, the best arsonist is a ex firefighter. The best criminal is a ex officer. The best torturist is a ex paramedic. Because paramedics with the right knowledge can save you or send you.
It's a thing in England that only people I know that like the police and are the police. The rest of us despise them.
And you know what? I've never been over there to even meet any of them. So
Yeah.
I don't know all your guys' opinions on how they handle stuff. I mean, we get some videos over here, and we see some of the videos, and some of the videos that we see, we kind of question things. But once again, that is two different cultures, two different departments, two different people, two different worlds apart.
Mhm.
Um,
Because
and
they're videos of ours that you guys probably question.
yeah, exactly. Like we kind of question state to state sometimes.
Well, yeah.
But I really do appreciate the officers for what they do here in this middle part of Ohio. Just because I know these officers, this and that, and we've had some good ones and we've had some bad ones.
That's okay. We still want to talk with you.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. And like we said earlier, my beliefs is my beliefs, yours is yours. I can't look at you and say that you're in the wrong when I don't know your circumstances or the life that you have lived. And as I'm staring at Friday over here, I just think it's awesome that she's covering the one eyeball of the freaking clown. It's like, oh no, go back
Have
right
you
there.
seen this? Okay, this picture. Hold on.
I have seen this picture. You've disappeared
The
into it many times.
I know. Well, I haven't shown you the whole picture. Hold on. I have to find the right place. There we go. Now I can upload it.
I know who he's
Uh,
holding.
Yes. That's why I uploaded it as my background. I added the you should be writing on the thing because it was part of the group thing. But I colored this and downloaded it and just absolutely loved the picture.
I mean, that's interesting.
Yes. Why not have
What,
Pennywise and Santa Claus go head to head? How would that
what
go?
is your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, Christmas or Christmas related. And yes, I'm counting Die Hard into this mix. I don't care what he said. He might have been the star, but Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I know. I added that to one of the comments. I'm like, well, John McClane, the guy who played him, has his opinion. My opinion is watch it anytime you want because I do. Well,
Right.
the one
I
I
watch
watched the
Christmas in the
most.
middle of June.
Well, yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas is the one we watched the most.
Okay.
But then again, my kid actually does sleep with Jack Skellington, so why not?
So when it comes down to Christmas, recently there's been a movie I've watched. I don't know how many times I watched it last year, but it did come out last year, I do believe. And give me a sec here. I will look her up and figure out exactly. Click on this, pull this up. Oh, there's that movie that she told me to buy.
Yes.
Annoying anonymous zombie. Anyway,
Yes.
back to what I was saying. Oh, click here. Look at this. Movies.
Christmas movies are odd. I keep on doing Hallmark.
Violent Night.
Yeah, that one's fun.
That
Random.
it was last year, and I will tell you now, if you've not watched that, that is a very, very well done movie in the aspect of Santa didn't want to do what Santa did, but he did
Yeah.
it for the right reason. I will also tell you that this is not in that list at all, but you ever watched the movie Mr. Right?
The problem is, yes, but I don't know if it's the same movie you're talking about.
This is a guy that he is a assassin, and he finds this girl. And all through this movie, Mr. Right is perfect for her, and he never lies to her. And he even flat out says, "Yeah, I had to deal with somebody, and I killed him in the back alley." She thought it was a joke, but it turns out to be a really good thing because he shows her how not to be this quirky, I'm unbalanced type of girl.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
it's really amazing movie. I mean, I'm kind of sad that they never came out with a second Mr. Right, but it was really done very well for what I and my wife actually got me on it. Sorry. But she was right. She told me to watch this and I watched it. I'm like, I'm hooked. And I've watched it so many times it's not even funny.
Oh, wow. I'll take any movie recommendations from either of you. It's just Christmas movies we watch randomly. Anything from Santa Claus, Polar Express, and then I have friends that are obsessed with the Hallmark Christmas movies, so I watch those with them.
Right.
So, I don't
I
believe
don't know.
Christmas should be
I don't
this
know if
one a year.
that is the movie you've seen before.
No. But I
It's
do want
worth
to see
it.
it now.
It is worth it. You know what? I'm going to be nice and make sure that you remember I'm saying this to you because it is worth taking the time
Yes.
and looking at it because it just every time he knows he's going to kill somebody, he puts on a red nose. It's like, what? And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're like going through and you're like, oh, I think I got the gist of this now. I mean, he flat out doesn't want to do it. He flat out just kind of wants to be left alone, live his life, this and that. People come after him. And he's like, I really don't want this to be. And he's a backwards assassin. You pay him to assassinate someone else, and he will kill you.
That is odd.
It is. But it's just something that you watch the movie, you'll get a pretty good grasp on. I think the team up did a really fine job for that. Dealing with Christmas movies. What is that one that came out a couple of years ago? It had a person in it, and I never thought he would play Santa. Christmas Chronicles.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
Sounds familiar. No.
Okay. And I really think that Christmas Chronicles is a really great movie too. By the way, what is the longest that we've ever done a padded cell with, a time frame?
Over 5 hours.
Jeez. Well, I tell you now, I ain't going to break that record tonight.
Well, I didn't plan on it. I just figured whenever you
No, I
were
was
ready.
I was just looking up at the little thing that I got.
Yeah, I noticed we were at
TikToking,
3.5 hours, and I'm like,
and I was just like, I wonder what the longest time they've ever done. And you said 5 hours. I was like, yeah, nope. But no, I like I said, when it comes down to this stuff, it is really great that you guys are so interested in listening to everybody's opinions, everybody's thoughts. And, this down here at the bottom, this suicide hotline is absolutely something that I know a lot of people look at.
good night.
Good night.
And we will share your show as well. See you later. Yes, guys, please go check out Brill Pro on YouTube. And he's on TikTok as well. And see his shows and find out what he has to say about everything from wrestling to movies. He's got a lot of fun videos on TikTok. So yeah, everybody go check out Brill Pro.
By the way, I'm looking him up right now.
Okay.
I have so many different things.
Yeah, and if you want, we can end the stream at any point and talk afterwards or whatever. I have no idea. I'm just sort of here.
Well, let's go ahead and end it. And
Okay.
I thank you very much for everything. And hopefully the people that were on here didn't get too bored with me because,
Oh, I never get bored with you. You're one of those amazing gifts that Raz has given me, and I'm grateful. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you for
Good
coming.
night.
Bye.
Bye.